Hello, culés, and welcome back to Barça Live. And yes, it's another huge game in LaLiga. We beat Atleti 3-1 on Tuesday night, but we're straight back in action away at a very special stadium, La Cartuja, to face Real Betis away from home. Two really big games in the space of a few days. Barça, as you can see on your screens, atop of La Liga currently. We want to make sure that remains the case this match week. It's going to be a big one here at, as I said, a very special stadium. Again today, joined by Alex Ibarteta. Alex, welcome back again. Great return for you on Tuesday night. Another really big game. I was just saying to you off camera, hopefully another 3 points. Yeah,
hopefully my lucky charmness can continue into this match. And hopefully into the rest of the month. We'll see about that. But let's focus on today, a big game. Yeah, it's the pressure of, staying top of the table. It's only 1 point difference, so everything matters. It's still early on in the season, but every point counts, and I think today is going to be a good game. Yeah,
absolutely. Should be a really, really exciting one. Let yourselves be known in the members live chat, of course. We'll be giving you all of the latest updates as the game goes on from here, the studio, and also from pitch side with Marek Baral. Marek, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Hi Pablo, hi family, how are you? What a pleasure to be here in La Cartuja. What a big match we will have today between Betis and FC Barcelona. We have great memories of this stadium. The last time we were here, it was the final of the Spanish Cup against Real Madrid. We won that game 3-2, so let's hope that La Cartuja also will be a lucky charm for FC Barcelona, who arrived here with 5 wins in a row in La Liga and after a great match against Atletico de Madrid last Tuesday. Today we will face Betis. They only have lost 2 games in La Liga. We're here in La Cartuja against Athletic Club Bilbao and Atletico de Madrid, but it's a great team, the team coached by Manuel Pellegrini, so it's a big match today with 2 of the biggest teams of La Liga. Let's go with the lineup because we have important news in the starting 11 for FC Barcelona. 3 changes between the last game against Atletico and today. Barça today will start with Joan Garcia at the goal with the same defensive line than against Atletico, with Alejandro Balde as a left back, with Jules Koundé as a right back and Paco Barcén, Gerard Martín as the centre backs, with Eric Garcia. He will renew his contract until 2031. Next Thursday he will be in the starting 11, the holding midfielder position, with Pedri next to him. And important news, Rooney Baghdadi is coming back to the starting 11. He only has played 2 times from the starting 11 this season, against Valencia and against Real Sociedad. He will play, it's expected to play in this position of attacking midfielder, with Lamine Yamal at the right. And the other changes in the lineup: no Lewandowski today, no Rafinha, he will be on the bench. Barca will play with Marcus Rashford at the left, and Ferran, the top scorer with this season with 10 goals, will play as the number 9, the striker today, the Shark.
Marek, thank you very much there. So then, there you have it, the Barca lineup on your screens. I think it's fair to say, Alex, quite a few surprises. As always, live chat, members only live chat. Rank it from 1 to 10. I want to see your ratings. We'll say hello to you. We'll read a few of those out in just a few moments' time. Alex, I was just saying, there are changes. It's an interesting one. He keeps the back line the same. Midfield is mixed up a bit. Let's see where Rooney plays. If it is at 10, if it's off the left, off the right. We've got him at 10 for now. That could change. That could fluctuate throughout the game. But it's a bold lineup from Flick.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a big one. I think the back line is probably a bit predictable as well. Eric Garcia in the holding midfielder role, and Kurasi and Gerard Martin worked really well last time. Pedri is Pedri. We can skip over Pedri. We don't have to have any explanations. But obviously, the big one is probably the front 4, really. You've seen Rashford play off of Lewandowski, really strange with Lewandowski dropping into the 10, Rashford going into the mid center striker role. Ferran has the ability to float around as well. So I'd be curious to see what Hansi Flick has in store. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually Ferran and Rashford go interchanging quite a lot, with Rooney interchanging quite a lot, Lamine Yamal probably floating out on the right side quite a lot, or maybe we've seen Rooney play on that right side as well, so maybe it is Lamine Yamal and Rooney who go interchanging quite a lot. We've seen Lamine Yamal, he likes to receive the ball inside and cut inside, so that's not a bad idea either. Let Yamin get the ball, cut inside, let Rooney go out wide with Koundé or Rashford or Ferran. Who knows? Who knows? Probably.
It's one of those days,
But I think we've seen every single player in that front 4 interchange roles between central striker out wide and the number 10 role. So I think it can be, if it's free flowing, it could be really pretty.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I mean, Betis, we know we'll go over their lineup in a few moments' time. Also a good attacking side. You're right. I mean, it's a front 4 that allows you to be free flowing. Right, we've got people in the chat, of course. Mac Lundqvist, Alia, all of the usuals. Chevon Bishop, 8366. Welcome to all of you. As always, really nice, says Mac Lundqvist. Yeah, big start for Rooney out there today. That brings me on, Alex, to my next question, which is, and of course for you members live chat, it's this. It's going to be who will be the key player today.
Ooh.
Gerard Martin, Rooney or Rashford? I've put 3 players who I think obviously have been in and out this season. Gerard Martin playing centre-back again this afternoon. This is another big test for him. He's stood up to all of them so far. Rooney, who, well, hasn't started in quite a while now, getting the nod there. And then Rashford, who I feel produced a good display off the bench against Atleti last time out, but maybe we'll feel this is a chance for him to take his spot back, especially with Rafinha on the bench.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. Gerard Martin has been doing outstanding, and what I like about Gerard Martin a lot, then, you know, his defensive actions are really, really good, but I like his attacking options. Obviously, at centre back, he doesn't have the freedom to do as much as he does when he's playing left back. So Gerard Martin, I think this match, maybe not. I mean, for the better. I don't want him to be the centre focus of today. I think we're going to have a lot more time in the midfield and attacking when it comes to playing against Betis. It's a very open game.
Yes.
So that's going to be really important for the midfield and the attackers to start the game, to start defending, to start attacking, and everything goes around that. So I think, it's a hard one. You know, I don't know what Hansi Flick has in store for Rooney. I think Rooney still needs that match to kind of make that statement play.
Yes.
Can it be today? Yeah. You don't really know, because we've not seen him that much to kind of, you know, appreciate him in these moments. But I think Rashford, he's, you know, he wants to keep proving himself. Obviously, Rafinha on the bench is such a rarity that he knows that every opportunity that he has to get on the pitch is going to be really, really important. And, you know, we've seen him last game out, his role really changed, even though he did have the instant impact in the attacking goal in the Ferran last minute goal. But I think Rashford is on a good streak, and I think today could be a big day for him. 100%.
Chevron Bishop agrees with it. He says key player today will be Rashford. Matt Glumvis says it's about time Rooney gets a chance. Alia says, I hope Koundé scores. We've got good memories.
I like that.
Of a Koundé goal. Here, of course, right, let's get the Barça lineup back on your screens, people. This is the team that Hansi Flick has gone for today, as we were just discussing now. And, of course, Hansi Flick, as ever, did indeed speak to Marc Brau just a few moments ago. Here are his thoughts before the game.
As always, before a match, we are with our coach, with Hansi Flick. Hansi, good evening. What kind of game do you expect today against a good team, as you said yesterday in the press conference room?
Yes, against a good team, but the thing is, we only focus on ourselves. So we have a clear match plan. Players know how to do, and I want to have the same level, that they play on the same level as against Atletico. I also very appreciate what I saw yesterday in the training. So I think we are ready, and the next challenge is here. Against Betis.
You said yesterday in the press conference room, but how important is the confidence that right now has the team after 5 wins in a row in LaLiga?
Yeah, it's you also can saw it in against Atletico. I think it's now today very important that we play on the same level. So it's about the positioning, it's about the attitude, it's about the intensity we give, the dynamic we have in the match, and also sometimes with control the ball. It's also good to have the ball and really to just keep the ball in the own zone.
And the last one, you made 3 changes in the lineup with the Rooney, with Marcus Rashford. What do you want with these changes? Of course, you want to put fresh legs, but what do you search with this?
No, it's like Rafa. We have to take care about Rafa. He came back, and the match against Atletico was very intense for him, and so we take care about him, and he's also available in the second half.
Okay, thank you very much and good luck.
You're welcome, thanks.
Our coach analyzing the lineup and also our enemy today, Betis, here in La Cartuja.
There you go then, words of Hansi Flick ahead of this one, freshening things up a bit in what is a massive game for Barça in the La Liga title race away to Betis. Just 20 minutes to go until kickoff, and of course all of you in the chat, well, it means you've signed up to Barça YouTube Premium. It means you are members. It's a members-only live chat. That's not the only perk you get from becoming a YouTube Premium member. You can also ask exclusive questions to our protagonists ahead of Champions League games. We may be having that coming up next week too. You've got members-only live streams, such as this morning. The Under-19s beat Sabadell 5-1. It's a chance to see some of the younger players come up through the academy. As I said, all of you here in the chat now using your emojis and whatnot, playing along with us, with you and me, Alex. They're all there because they've signed up to the YouTube Premium members. And of course, we will be interacting with all of you, giving you a shout out as the program goes on. Now, if you look at the chat right now, people, You got a question
Let's
from
see.
you from FC Barcelona. It says, today's mood in one emoji. I want to ask you guys an emoji for your mood ahead of this big game. I can see there, Bruna says the win emoji. Matt Glumvis with like the strong arm emoji.
Yeah.
Bruna then also puts the Pedri, the goggles.
Oh, is that going to be maybe a
Alex,
telling...
what emoji? An emoji from you, maybe?
I love all the cat emojis.
Okay, a cat emoji. It was a special week for cat. There you go. Ali,
there it is.
Ali,
Thank you, Ali.
Right on cue. Ali has just
Yes.
popped in a bunch of cat emojis. So let me know, guys, your let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings in one emoji before today's game. Let's see how many emojis we can get in the chat, and I'll tell you what, I'll pop the chat on.
Plenty of emojis.
In just a few moments' time. Right then, Alex, let's discuss today's rival,
Right.
Betis. Not going to be easy. This is their line.
No.
This is how they line up for this one. One of the tougher teams in the division. They sit 5th currently.
Yep.
Arvalo Baez in goal. Aitor Ruibal, Bartra, Nathan, and Valentin Gomez across the back. Altimira, Fornals, and Marc Roca in midfield with Anthony, Cucho Hernandez, and Abde, ex-Barça player, in the attack. Tough team for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, when you're playing against Manuel Pellegrini, I think, and it's always going to be a tough game. Betis have had a good season so far, 5th in the league. You know, they're a good team. They're a team that's played together quite a lot, and I think they have a very set style play. Everybody knows exactly what they need to do. They're very organised, and 4-3-3, again, you know, you put that against our 4-3-3 and it's a very open game. As I said, I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth, depending on who gets the advantage. It's hard because we've seen so many times this season that we've lost the rhythm of the game, we've lost the ball, we've lost control, really. So it's about Betis not letting them get into their own rhythm, their own control and their own game, because they can easily attack as well as defend.
Yes.
So it's just, I think it's more about us being able to take control of the game from the start and not let Betis grow into the game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think this is going to be one of those battles. Not many teams will come at Barça and say, we also want to have the ball. In fact, Atleti the other night, didn't they? They just sat off us, didn't they, Alex? And we get the feeling Betis won't do that. You mentioned Pellegrini, you know, he'll want to come at us, especially at home. I know they're in the La Cartuja, it's not the Benito Villamarin, but still at home, you know, I think they'll really try and come at Barça, show their football. And they're a team with players who want to have the ball, ultimately. At the end of the day, they don't want to be running without the ball, not the players they've got up there. So we expect Betis certainly to be strong in that regard. Right, well, let's zoom through this, Alex. I've got a round of Guess the Player for you. And, of course, those of you in the Members Live chat, play along. Can you do well in this one? Let's get these on our screen right now. Round of Guess the Player. Here we go. Right. Number 1. It's coming in.
Okay.
Oh, I've just accidentally revealed one. Right. Let me give me 1 second. We need to get it in here. Right. There it goes. In it goes. Number 1. I'm not sure if you've seen that, Alex. But for those of you who are playing along, who is that? This was from our fixture away from home last season.
I won't cheat. I saw it, so I'll let the chat take this one.
Alex already seen it.
I won't
next
cheat.
Next one. Okay.
I'll let the chat.
The next
I'll let
ones
the
will
chat
make
have
sure
this one.
we get on it. This is, by the way, chat. This is from our fixture away to Betis last season. It ended 2-2. Not an easy team to play. We drew home and away, by the way, to Betis last season. So they're not an easy team to play.
What does the chat say?
I'll tell you what. I'm seeing some emojis in the chat that are looking
was that
good.
Nacho there?
Nacho, your emojis are looking good, is what I'll say. To answer this question, Mac Rumpus has got some lion emojis. I think that's him still putting in his favourite emojis from earlier. The shark emojis are good from you, Nacho, though.
It's a good start.
Someone who starts up front today.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we'll move on to the next one. It is indeed. It's Ferran Torres. Yeah, there you go. Minecraft got Ferran. Bruna got Ferran. Congratulations to you all. It was indeed Ferran Torres. Right, that's number 1. Right, Alex, let's. This is my job now, not to mess this up. Next one. There we go. Ferran is hugging this player. This was from the season before, also away from home. We won this game. This is tough, by the way. This is tough, this one. Let's see if you can get it.
Where is it? So this would have been, what, 23, 24?
Exactly, yeah. It's 23, 24.
Oh. That hair is confusing.
Yeah, I've seen this one. It's not easy. Let me have a look at the little flick and the tuft at the top of his hair. It's not an easy one. I'll give you a hint. They're no longer at the club now.
I mean, I have someone in mind, but
okay.
I don't really.
You can float it.
I can't remember the year that he left.
Okay. You can float it.
I feel like no. Surely it was.
I'm not seeing anything in the chat just yet. In fact, I've got a correct answer in the chat. What was the name you were thinking?
Does it start with an R? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
I think I know who that was. That's a good shout, though. It's a good shout.
Because the hair.
Alia, you have it correct.
Oh.
Bruna,
Alia.
correct. Minecraft, correct.
Why?
They're good at this. They're good at this.
I know.
Honestly.
The chat always
Luis,
smokes me
correct.
at this, really.
I sometimes think you're lying about when you guys get 5 out of 5 in the half time. Matt Columbus says the cat. It's not cat.
I can't think right now.
Do you want to see what it is?
Go on. I'm gonna feel dumb, definitely.
Joao Felix.
Joao Felix. Joao does not have that. That's why I was like, that's Kubarsi here.
Yeah.
That's
I know what you mean.
Here. Joao does not have Kubarsi here.
Ah.
Fair play.
Not an easy one, I didn't think.
No,
And they all got it right.
Why did everyone get this right?
I have no idea. I genuinely
Why
have no
are you
idea.
guys so good at this?
I have no idea how they're so good at it. Right, third and final one. Brutal from our editor, by the way.
See,
Right.
Ricky Puig has that hair.
Okay.
That's who I thought.
Third and final one.
I was like, surely too. Okay.
Not easy again, Alex.
No.
Ricky celebrating.
Yeah.
This was when Xavi was in charge again.
Yeah.
21-22 season this is. Also at the Villamarín. I remember this was a last minute winner, this one.
I think, well, the first player that came to mind was Jordi Alba. Did I nail that in the head?
Ooh!
Did I nail that in the head?
Jordi Alba. I'll tell you what, that was good. I just had the wrong sound effect in my ear. It was right.
Get in.
Very good, Alex. Very good.
Nailed
Aplausos. Very good indeed. There you go. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba was screamer, by the way, people. We have people in the chat said Depay, De Jong. Alex, the one that you got right, they all got wrong, and then the Felix one,
see?
You couldn't get it.
Yeah,
And
no.
they all got it immediately.
See, the chat and I, we balance each other out. We need each other.
There you go. Yeah, Alia did get Alba. Well done. De Jong, Depay. No, it wasn't that. It was indeed Jordi Alba. There you go. So a round of guess the player done. I didn't think it was an easy one. I'm going to be honest with you. But
why did I get the hardest one right?
I
and the
have
rest,
no idea. But
it makes no sense to me.
but there you go.
Fine.
There you go. Right, we're not long away
No.
from a kickoff here. Just over 12 minutes. There's the Barça team that starts today. Joan Garcia in goal. Koundé, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin and Balde across the back line. Eric Garcia's next to Pedri in midfield. We're thinking Rooney's going to be just ahead of them. It could be Lamine also and Rooney on the right. Let's see how Barca set up from minute one. And then you've got Lamine, of course, there next to Rashford and Ferran Torres up front. As ever, rate it 1 to 10. Get your emojis in the members chat. And Barca, there you go. Not long away here from kickoff, Alex. And I'd say it's a strong team. It's a good team. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a strong team. I think considering all the injuries that we have, Hansi Flick has no other choice than to reshuffle, think of new opportunities, let a lot of players have the opportunities, like Rooney in this case. It's going to be an important game, and I think every player knows what's at play. And I think at this point, Hansi Flick, one thing that we've always praised about Hansi Flick is trusting his players, and the players trusting him. And these are the moments that we do need these players to step up. Again, Rafinha is just coming in. You don't want to push him because we have a lot of important games coming up, particularly on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So Rashford's, Rooney getting those minutes in and being able to perform at a high level and being able to prove themselves. And I think Marc Brau there is ready to talk a bit.
There he is, Mr. Marc Brau. Good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? How's the stadium? Big game this for Barça in La Liga, Marc.
Hi again, guys. Well, as you can notice, look at the atmosphere. What an incredible stance we have right now. Remember that La Cartuja is the 4th biggest stadium in Spain after Spotify, Camp Nou, Santiago Bernabéu and Estadio Metropolitano, and everything is green, white and green, the colors of Real Betis Balompié. It's expected to be a full place today in the stands in the game between Betis and Barça. We explained before the game that Betis have only lost 2 games this season. Twice we're here against Athletic Club and Atletico de Madrid, but here people are very focused on winning Barça again, because remember, I want to say it very loud, but last time that Betis won at home, Barça was in a cup game. I don't know if you was born, Pablo or Alex, because it was in 2011, but it was a very long time. I don't have much time, guys, because I have to go quickly to my position, but after ending this connection, Pablo, Alex, I want to show you something. Because as you said at the beginning of the show, you can pass if you want. Go ahead, don't worry. Go ahead. Okay, I have some people here trying to pass in front of the camera. But, well, I want to say very quickly, this is a lucky charm stadium for Barça because we have won here 2 Spanish Cups, one in 2021 against Athletic Club Bilbao and the other one against Real Madrid. I don't know if I have to change my position to the water. Well, let's take a look about this players' tunnel because everything has changed. Yeah, you can pass, of course. Everything was changed because today is, and this season, it's Betis' house. So let's take a look to the tunnel. Yeah, it's a lot of things happening right now.
Mark,
I don't know if people want to talk with me or not. But yeah, let's take a look to
Everybody
the tunnel.
wants to be on Barcelona.
Let's take a look at the tunnel because as you can notice, all the footage is in white and green colors. And let's take a look at what this incredible and big players' tunnel. Well, the last time we were here was to celebrate the Copa against Real Madrid, and I set Uriol, our cameraman, today to take some footage of this goal because at the right of this stadium it was one of the goals that we will keep in our memories forever because in the minute 116 Jules Koundé scored one of the biggest goals in Barca's history. It was in that stadium. It was only a few months ago. At that time, only 4 goals to the penalty shootout when Jules Koundé scored one of the most important goals of Barca history. I don't know if Jules Koundé will score a goal today. Last season, he scored a goal against Betis. I don't know if he will score today in the same goal. But as we explained today, maybe we expect that this stadium will be also a lucky charm for FC Barcelona. I don't know of this goal. That was also the goal where Ferran Torres scored the equalizer with the 2-2. Pedri scored at the other place. So guys, for the moment I have to say you goodbye because there were a flamenco show inside, so it's interesting also to see. So guys, I will give you the connection back. I will go to my position and then let's gonna comment this. And as we said, let's hope that this stadium will be a lucky charm again for Barca.
Mark, thank you very much. We saw those great images of the goal and the tunnel there. Go and get into your position because it seems like it was pretty chaotic.
It was
pretty chaotic there. Everyone was trying to get involved.
I really wanted Mark to dance flamenco there.
Yeah, I know. I was about to
going.
say, Mark, that's your chance now.
Yeah. This is a chance to be on camera, dance flamenco. Why not? Just go at it, Mark.
When he said there's going to be a flamenco show before the game, I thought, well, in you get then. In you get. We'll speak to Mark in just a few moments' time. We said it there, Alex. Special stadium for Barça, of course. Earlier this year, what a night that was, and in the Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid, beating them 3-2, and we saw the images of the tunnel and also the goal which Koundé scored in. Just one of those moments that you will be remembering for a lifetime, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely I can remember. That was outstanding. My God,
you had no voice. I remember. I think.
No, no. I think my voice lasted for about. I think it was obviously I did the Barça live and I was just screaming. You can't do anything else than scream. It's so unexpected, so amazing, and. No, I think my voice was gone for about 3 days after that. And, it is one of those moments that you're always gonna remember. I can imagine what Jules Koundé thinks about that moment, coming back into the stadium, remembering those memories. But no, we'll see. Hopefully today we can continue that that racha that we have in the stadium, and for the better, really. Yeah,
100%. Right, Alex, so we're not long to go until kickoff, so I've got a quick pre-game quiz for you. We love a quiz here, as always.
Do we, Pablo? Do we really?
Or
depends how well it goes.
It depends how well it goes. Everyone in the members live chat, get yourselves involved. Right, this is a good one. Okay. These are from Marc Brau, by the way, of course, Mr. the Stat Man. How many goals has Barça scored at La Cartuja? This is a really good one. And I'll tell you what, I actually can't remember the answer to this too, so I'm going to try and play along as well. How many goals has Barça scored at La Cartuja? Because I'm just...
So 2 cup finals we've won.
Yeah, no. Have we played that other than that?
Pablo, you're the one with the better memory. You're better at this than I am. It's you and Robert and Mark that have these memories, and I'm just here. I'm taking a shot in the air and just going.
We must have, Alex, but I only remember the 4-0 against Athletic Club in the Copa del Rey final.
Yeah, and but Pablo, you're young, remember?
Yeah, I'm a young man.
There's a history there.
I'm a young man. Let's see.
I'm gonna go for the safe and go for 9.
I'm gonna go 9. Yeah, I only remember. Here we go. Mike Lumby said it's 2. He says 9. Okay. Luis 9. Bruna 9.
Okay.
We'll go with you, Alex.
Yeah. No, let's go with the chat as well.
I could have got that wrong because I was about to go 7. So let's see what the answer is. Hey, well done, Alex.
Go on.
Well done, bravo.
All right, and chat going in there.
Good job we trusted you on that one, Alex, because else that would have been me in 7. I'd love to know the other game we played there, by the way. That's something for Mark Brown to tell us, maybe.
We can
Next
ask him
question.
at halftime.
Here we go. Who did not score versus Betis last season? I remind you, Alex, we played twice against them in the league and once in the cup. So that's over 3 games. We scored a good amount of goals against them. Who did not score against them in various fixtures last season?
You kind of gave it away there with the guest player.
But that wasn't from... Oh, no, well, it was from last season, yeah.
So...
Yeah, okay, that's one out the window.
Fermi Lopez.
Yeah, very good. Very good, yeah. Okay, let's...
Powers of deduction. Going in my favour today. Go on.
It could have been Koundé, though.
We've talked about the Koundé goal like 6 times
But that
already.
was in the Copa del Rey final against Madrid versus Betis, I'm saying.
Oh, that's true.
But you know what's happened? Because obviously in your
I'm
mind,
confused.
we're talking
yeah,
about...
no, that's why. And I was like, I deducted that.
By like hook or by crook, you've actually managed to get that spot on.
Right,
There you go.
so
2 out of 2, Alex.
I'm gonna go play the lottery today because my luck today is outstanding.
2 out of 2, right.
Okay.
Number 3.
Ooh.
Question number 3, people. Oh, by the way, can I just say, a lot of people got that wrong in the chat. Everyone said Koundé. Guys, Koundé scored a screamer against Betis in the Cup last season. Everyone, we saw Minecraft won. McLumbis won.
Was that the goal from inside the box and an impossible angle?
Yes.
Was it that one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay,
Exactly. Yeah. That one. So, wow, everyone went Koundé. Well, there you go. No,
Fair
yeah,
play.
Fermin didn't score.
Okay.
Koundé did score.
Okay.
Here we go. Another question. Who
Right.
made his La Liga debut versus Betis? Was it Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, or Marc Casado?
No, we mentioned Cubarsí the other day, and it wasn't it Real Sociedad? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a tough one. I know this one. Minecraft says, I think Cubarsí. Alias says 2, which would be Gerard Martin. McLumbis says 1, which would be Cubarsí. Haven't seen any Casadors yet. It's a tight one.
I'll go with Gerard Martin. Just
Okay.
testing my luck even further.
Let's see, Alex. Let's see if you're going to get it 3 out of 3. What do we think, people? Cubarsí.
It was Cubarsí. Who was it the other day that we spoke about in the quiz?
Yeah, we did speak about someone. You're right. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't. Was it who they scored their first goal against? Maybe.
Oh, maybe that would have been different. Yeah. Or maybe
it
it
could have
was
been
Gerard
Gerard
Martin.
Martin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cubarsí
curious
made his
now.
debut here in that game that we saw the João Felix celebration with Fernando. That was when Cubarsí made his league debut. We're nearly at kickoff, by the way, people. Under 2 minutes away, so very shortly we'll be passing over to game commentary. I'm going to quickly, Alex, ask you for a guess the score. Let's get that in the chat right now. There it is. There are our predictions. I've gone for a 2-1 Barça win. I think this is going to be really tough. And I'm about to interrupt you, but quickly go with yours, Alex.
I'm going to go 1-3 for us. It can be chaos and can be good. I think Betis are going to score. Hopefully not, but I think, none of us went for the clean sheets. But I think 3 goals, get the ball rolling. I think we can get through.
Yeah, I like it. Definitely one of our toughest away games of the season, by the way, people. This is not going to be an easy game at all. Now we're seeing Rafinha and Anthony having some discussions in the tunnel. Rafinha starts on the bench today, of course, people. Let's remind you of that Barcelona. Let's get it on our screens. Barça, who don't play with Rafinha, as I said, they do play with Rooney Bardghji in the number 10 position. Big piece of confidence there from Flick towards the Swede. Quick reminder to all of you in the live chat, it means you are a YouTube Premium member. There's lots to like, lots to get involved with. And you know what it's time for, people? It's time for game commentary.
Yeah.
It's Betis versus Barça in La Liga. A huge game in Matchday 15 of the competition. Barça are on good form and they're looking to make it yet another win in La Liga, having beaten Atleti on Tuesday night. But at La Cartuja, a special stadium for them. They're going to face one of their toughest tests of the season so far here in Real Betis, who are led by ex-Barça centre-back Marc Bartra, leading the players out onto the pitch today. Pedri is captaining Barça. You can see the lineup on your screens. We'll go through it again in just a few moments' time. Alexis Barteta, welcome again. Feels like another big moment in Barça's season. If we are to win, I feel like it's another statement win in La Liga.
Yeah, no, especially against this crowd. We're looking at this crowd right now, and it's definitely what Marc Brau said. It's literally just green and white everywhere.
Yeah, that's good.
The sound is amazing. The fans are outstanding. This is going to be a very tough crowd to play against, especially if Betis get the momentum going and the crowd gets behind them. It's one of those that's going to be really hard to come back from. Mentally, I think we have to be strong, not let the game go away from us. But no, it's a big game. We have to get, top of the table. We're still there, but we're only a point different from Real Madrid, so every point counts. It's probably now until Christmas break we're going to want to go top of the league. But no, a lot of changes, so we'll see what Hansi Flick has up his sleeve. But no, we should be in for a great game right now.
We really should. You're right, the stadium looks brilliant. I must say that. It looks great. In fact, they've done it brilliantly. It almost looks as though they're at the Benito Villamarín with I mean, look at that. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Full house here, by the way, at La Cartuja. Not an easy thing to do. As Maribel told us a few minutes ago, the fourth biggest stadium in La Liga currently, and they've got a great display here before the game. No doubt Betis, they know when Barça Madrid come to town, it's one of their biggest games. Here is how the home side line up. Álvaro Valles is in goal. Valentin Gomez been good this season. He starts at left back. Aitor Ruibales with Bartra and Nathan too. Altimira is next to Roca in midfield. Just ahead of them, Abde, ex-Barça player, and Fornals and Anthony are in behind their top scorer this season, Cucho Hernandez. He's got 5 goals in La Liga. Barça will be hoping he doesn't extend that today. The referee is Francisco Hernandez for this one. As I said, Pedri captains Barça today, and we're in our orange strip, Alex. Which I
Orange, salmon.
we
What colour
used
is
that. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good question. We last used. Well, no, we used it against Sevilla. Actually, hopefully it doesn't go as badly as that they did.
No.
We did use it against Newcastle though.
Yeah.
Quickly, here's the Barça team as they line up. Few changes from Flick, few big ones too. Joan Garcia, Koundé, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, and Alejandro Balde in the back five in total. Rooney Bardghji we're expecting just ahead of Eric Garcia and Pedri, which is going to leave Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, and Marcus Rashford across the front line.
As I say, last time against Newcastle, Rashford had a big game. So can this be another big Rashford game in this kit?
Yeah, I'm really hoping so. He scored some screamers. We said a minute ago, it feels like a big day for Rashford. I stand by that. I do think this is the big moment for him in his Barca career. There's more competition, isn't there now, Alex, across the front line, with Lewandowski firing, with Rafinha back in, Lamine's fit again. Flick, all of a sudden, he has options. That's why Rooney's been, so little involved in recent weeks. But hey, Rashford today gets a start, and what a big moment for him, I feel.
Yeah, no, it's big. We have today to worry about, but you are thinking about Tuesday against Eintracht Frankfurt
massive.
in the Champions League. That's a big game. You want Rafinha goods, with the season he's having. So Hansi Flick has to trust his players, and I think every single player knows exactly what they need to do when they come on. We saw that against Atleti. All the subs came on with a different mindset than the players that were on before, and I think Rashford finally has the opportunity to prove himself from the start, as well as Rooney. I want to talk about Rooney a bit more as well, because this, Rashford had that Newcastle game. That was his big moment, his center of attention moment, and Rooney still needs that game. I don't know if it's him, not fitting 100% comfortable, feeling in what it is under Hansi Flick, but this could be it. We're waiting for that moment. I think every game could be it. I think we're all waiting for that moment because we've seen his potential. We've seen what we could do. I think he gets tripped up a lot when he gets in front of goal, and I think he needs that confidence, and maybe today is the day.
I'll have a pause for a minute of silence that's being taken before the game, and then we'll resume with commentary. Silence there at La Cartuja ahead of this one. Barça in that orange strip, the salmon strip, if you can call it that, just moments away from kick-off here. One of those big games in La Liga. Betis 5th, Barça 1st. They want to stay there, do the Catalans. They've got Real Madrid on their tails. Real play tomorrow against Celta. It's not long to go here. Anthony sends his final prayers, one of their big players since he signed. Barça will be hoping they can keep him quiet today. Betis made it all the way to the Conference League final last season. They've been a fine outfit under Pellegrini, 6th last year. They're trying to go a step further this time around, and we're underway here inside La Cartuja. It's Betis versus Barça.
Let's do this. You and I, Pablo, have a candy.
We do. We have a little. We have something to keep us going. I'm cautious to put one in my mouth because I know the second I put one in there, we're going to go on the attack.
Start joking. No. So far, actually, Lamine Yamal is the one that's in the midfield.
There you go. Okay, so that's the first good, well spotted first indication there. We didn't know how they'd line up. Looks as though
I'm taking a candy because I am.
Yeah, go for it.
This is going to be an entertaining match, and we need this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lamine Yamal in the number 10, Rooney outside on the right side.
Yeah, fascinating. By the way, you have the first question in the members live chat. People, who will score the first goal of the match? Ferran Torres, Rashford, Lamine Yamal, or other? As Barça trying to come away for the first time. There you have your options in the chat, Alex. You can mull over it if you like. You can send me an answer. We've got people already going in. There's
you said it.
the sweets are dangerous, guys.
It's a
you
sugar.
Can take a minute if you.
It was a sugar. It's never happened to me before.
You can take a minute if you want, guys. You have a question. You can have a question.
I got too emotional about Lamine Yamal playing in number 10.
Yeah.
I'm crying and everything.
Lamine in the number 10, as you say, Alex. So Rooney will be wide right. We're playing on here. Good defending. That's going to be a foul on Pedri for sure. Who will be the first scorer of the match? You've got your questions. And we've also got Mark Brau, pitch side. Mark, I'll ask you the same question. Who do you think will be the first scorer today? Ferran, Rashford, or Lamine? Or other? Feel free, my friend.
Ooh.
Hi again, guys. Well, if I have to choose a name, I would like to choose Rooney Bardazzi because we are waiting for his first Barça goal in official game. He has a score in the preseason, but well, one of the three options, I will go with Marcus Rashford. I agree with you, Paulo, about you said during the warm-up that Marcus Rashford played especially well in the second half, the minutes that he was on the pitch when he came in the game against Atletico de Madrid. So I will go with him, and as you said, it's important news that Lamine Yamal is playing in the 10th position, and Barça will have the first attempt.
Oh, yeah. Watch out here, because here comes Eric Garcia with his mask on. He's laid off Koundé. Little back heels. Good to Eric. The two players who played right back this season linking up. Pedri now. Gaps already appearing, but Betis got back in really well. Have they given it away? They've just about survived as the first attack just breaks down for Barça. Nearly there, though, Mark.
No, for the moment it's Barça ball. And well, today we will expect a very offensive game. Two of the teams that score more goals in LaLiga, and for them it's very interesting to see Lamine in this position because many people said that, well, the same as another interesting number 10 in our history, start playing at the right and finally coming playing at the middle. But I don't remember many matches with Lamine Yamal playing on this position, so it would be interesting to see him playing there.
Yeah, it definitely will be. Yeah, I mean, we don't see that often, Alex, actually, Lamine. He's so often out on the right, isn't he? I do think he's got the characteristics to make it work. We love seeing him take on players. We'll get on that in a moment because here comes Anthony for Betis, trying to force the ball through. It's not a bad ball. It's well defended. But yeah, I mean, different sort of test for him today, right? Lamine in the 10, maybe more freedom. Let's see what goes.
Yeah, I'd be quite curious to see what he does with the ball. I think he's starting off a bit... I wouldn't say nervous, but you could see that he's not used to having so much space around him. Because you know when you play out wide, you have the line behind you. So essentially, once you have your back to the line, you have the entire match in front of you. Now he has to look over his shoulder literally every single time. So I think it's going to take him a bit of time to adjust to that position in the pitch with so many things around him, so many stimulus around him. But yeah, I mean, we know that he has the talent with the ball at his feet in tight spaces and tight turns. So I'd be quite curious to see what he wants to do with the ball at his feet, because we know on the wing he has a space. He has a 1v1 player to attack in the middle. You have a 1v1, and then you have another 1v1, and then you have another 1v1. So it'll be quite different. So I am curious to see what happens.
Yeah.
But no, off to a good start, I would say. Eric Garcia, I want to shout him out because we saw him at the top of the box again. He played outstanding last match offensively, alongside of defensively, but offensively, you know, he's playing in a double pivot role with Pedri, and you're seeing him at the top of the box with the ball. So kudos to him for that.
Well, watch out here, because that was pinged up at Cucho Hernandez. He's done ever so well to control it, and now he's flipped it around the back too. I think this is Valentin coming around the back. It's a good piece of defending by Gerard Martin. Good news for Flick is that Gerard Martin seems to have settled in pretty nicely at centre-back next to Koubarsi. He's been looking for partnerships all season. Has Hansi Flick, who you can see on your screens right now. Hansi Flick, well, maybe he's just found something, Alex, at least for the short term, whilst maybe he has players missing or whatnot, whilst he has to put Eric in midfield, and it's not working badly at all, that little partnership they've made.
No, I think Koubarsi and Gerard Martin are the really talented players, but also they're I think they're not naive to know that they still need a lot of experience, that they still need a lot of work to be done. And, you know, each time they play a game...
Oh, watch out here. Big chance for Betis. Big chance here for the opening goal. And that's surely offside. It looked
Definitely
off to me.
offside.
And the flag has stayed down. It's going to be 1-0 to Betis. Anthony has fired them ahead. I must say, it looked off to me. But as it was, it's Betis 1, Barça 0.
Surely that's going to be reviewed. I can't see that being... From what I saw, that's surely offside, but I don't know, maybe there was another player behind
I know.
that kept him on, but I thought that was quite clear.
I'm going to be honest, in live time, guys, it looks way off to me, although I will say the linesman looked certain. He just ran back to the halfway line as if to say, that's a definite goal. Maybe there was someone out of picture, like a Koundé, who got caught.
Yeah, that's why.
I just think here, Koundé's going to be caught, isn't he? Yeah, there you go, that's exactly what it is. Oh, that's tight.
I think Koundé's foot just back there.
I agree with you. I think Koundé keeps them on.
Yeah.
At the goal that Koundé scored the marvellous winner. I think he's played him on there.
Guys.
And as Mark says, Betis 1, Barça 0. Mark, that is not the start we wanted here at all.
No, for sure. And I think Barça started better than Betis. I didn't see quite well the action because it was very far from my position. But Barça players were convinced that was an offside. But finally it was checked very quickly and it's confirmed the goal. It's the first goal scored by Anthony against Barça with Betis shirt. Not the first goal, because remember that Anthony scored a goal when he plays for Manchester United in that Europa League playoff 3 years ago. But yeah, it's a pity that Barça is again from behind in the score. But it's the same that in the last two games against Alaves and against Atletico, and we made the comeback. So let's hope that today will be the third in a row.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. Barça had 15 points in the league from comebacks already this season. Certainly still producing in that regard, but it is an early goal for Betis. Barça are going to kick the ball out of play here. Alex, I did have a question for you ready, and also for the chat. I will pop it in, but it's almost been defeated, the point of it now, because it was going to be what will the key of the game be, and one of them was grab the early goal.
Well,
that's exactly what Betis have done.
That was the key to Betis' game. I think overall control possession. I think that's that hurts. Valde just took a little knee to the quads. Nothing but a dead muscle, just a little bruise. That hurts quite a lot. But no, he's good to go, and we're back in play. But I think control possession, because I've seen there. Betis are a very attacking team. They're very confident when they have the ball. They know the players that they're capable of. Anthony, that scored the goal, he's a very confident player. He knows what he's good at. So it's just about controlling the game, and I think the last couple of games when we've lost control of the game, that's when it's gone awfully wrong.
Yes. And
we've seen that now. We started off the match better, but it's just one moment that Betis need, and look at that, they've gone ahead.
We must have faith that we can come up. We've come back on many occasions this season. A positive I'd also, Alex, is the bench we've got. Try it.
I'm going for a candy.
I see the bench we got too is really positive today. I mean, you talk about the not Rafinha being on there, which is big. You got Fermin, by the way, guys, and De Jong back in the squad today too. Here come Barça again with Koundé trying to get behind. Corner to Barça, but there is a strong bench this afternoon for the Blaugrana, which I think is very positive. Should this go a bit pear-shaped in the first half or whatnot, but it's been a lively start on this one. Betis have the early lead. Now a corner for Barça.
The good thing about an early lead is that we still have the whole match against ahead of us. A corner, it's a good opportunity. Maybe Alia gets what she wants and we do get a Jules Conte goal.
Yeah, let's see. It's going to be... is that Rooney? I think he's going to take it. Yes, it is. It's not a great delivery, although it's not well cleared either. Chance here for Marcus Rashford. His shot is straight at the goalkeeper. Playing at La Cartuja almost feels like we're playing a final, because the pitch, it's nice to me. It's got the running track around it and whatnot. It's got the distance. And watch out here, because Betis are trying to get in behind themselves. And it's easily back to Juan Garcia.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see whether at some point Hansi Flick wants to switch Lamine Yamal back out wide. We haven't seen him get on the ball that much. I think it just genuinely is being a bit lost with so much space around him, if that makes sense, because we're seeing here he went out wide.
He wants to go there.
He naturally goes there. It's where he feels more comfortable. He's running. If you look at him, the way he takes on the 1v1s, he has his back to the line because he knows he doesn't have to worry about anybody behind him. So it's just, does Hansi Flick want to just let
Christensen will start to warm up.
Yeah, Marek, I was just going to say, I'm not sure if you've seen anything or if there's anyone who's maybe got a little bit of a knock, but Yeah, you were saying Christensen out to warm up.
Well, I'm not sure, but yeah, at the end of the warm-up, I remember seeing that Alejandro Valde was talking a little bit with one of the physical trainers. I don't know if it's him or not, but we have to wait.
Watch out here because Barça run the back themselves. Surely the equaliser. Yes, it is. Just like that, they're level. And it's Ferran Torres again who scores. Betis 1, Barça 1. We're right back in this now. What a start, Alex.
Let's go. Easy play. That was brilliant. That was such a simple play. Just first touch passing. I think it was between Eric Garcia and Jules Koundé out on that right side. Yeah, look at that. Eric Garcia into... Who is that? Is that Bardaji? It was Lamine Bardaji, Koundé. What's that on?
That's tight for offside, I'll tell you what, but I think it's just on. Brilliant team goal from Barça.
Yeah.
Ferran, like every good striker should, gets across his man and makes the finish at the near post. What a start we've had here at La Cartuja. Let's just wait to see if this is on or not, because Koundé, I think, maybe was just offside. Mark, if it is, and that's another goal for Ferran. What a moment already.
Yeah, they are checking the action. Honestly, I didn't see if it was offside or not of Koundé. What do you think, watching the replay?
It's close.
It's tight, Mark.
It's really close.
It's tight.
Well, it's confirmed. It's confirmed. It's goal. It's goal. So we can say that Ferran Torres, the Shark, has scored the equalizer again. It's the 11th goal this season for Ferran, the top scorer of the season and also of La Liga, because he scored the 8th goal against Atletico de Madrid, the same as Robert Lewandowski, but today he has scored the 9th goal in La Liga, 11 this season. So the Shark again attacks in La Cartuja. Remember, we talk a lot about the Koundé's goals in Real Madrid finals, but also Ferran scoring in La Cartuja, and for the third season in a row, Ferran has scored a goal against Betis away.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a start we've had here. It's all happening. Barça coming forward again now. It's Rooney. There's the cross. Ferran's in there. Ferran scored again. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Ferran Torres has scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. And Barça, within 13 minutes, have turned this around from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Ferran Torres, he is on fire.
I have to say, brilliant Ferran Torres finish. That was like, what, a half scissor volley type finish. But also for Rooney Bardaji, Rooney Bardaji assistant, he took the ball in. He was on the right side. Jules Koundé did the overlap. Rooney's like, no, I got this. Took on the 1v1, put the ball into space, did a brilliant cross into Ferran with a scissor, kind of a side volley.
Scissor kick.
Oh, brilliant finish, brilliant play. Rooney Bardaji assist there, 10 out of 10.
Unbelievable from Ferran Torres. We can see the reaction to the goal there on our screens. Hansi Flick delighted. He can't believe it. Barça have scored twice in 2 minutes and 1-0 down while things were looking good. Mark, they're looking very good now. What a response from Barça.
And again, the connection of the Spanish Copa in La Cartuja, it's always the same connection. Koundé and Ferran, the heroes of the final against Real Madrid, again connected in the first half. And as we said, Ferran Torres becoming, with the other goal, the top scorer in La Liga for Barça. And then he consolidates this. 12 goals this season, 10 in La Liga. What a season for the Shark. He has Betis, one of the best teams that he has scored. So take care with this.
Watch out because Cucho Hernandez is getting around the back here. This is a really open game here. Really, really good game to watch this. Yeah, corner, Matt, you were saying. Really good game this.
And let me comment just one thing. Yeah, and I want to comment just the last thing. Ferran Torres always scoring away against Betis. Remember that this season he has scored 2 goals. Last season he scored 1, but 2 seasons ago he scored a hat-trick. It was the first hat-trick with the Barca shirt. So playing away against Betis, 6 goals in the last 3 games for the Shark against Betis.
Corner has gone out, I think, for another corner.
Another corner for there from Jules Koundé, well defended.
As Mark says, Ferran, very good record against today's opponents, especially away from home. He scores again against them. He does it twice. In comes the resulting corner away at the front post. It's all happening here. What an electric first 50 minutes we've had here, Alex.
Yeah, no, everybody's playing well. Shout out to Rooney Bardaji for that assist. It was incredibly confident of him taking that 1v1 down the wing, literally putting in a perfect cross for Ferran. Gerard Martin there did a really good defensive action. Well, now he cleared the corner, but before that it was a 1v1 on a Real Betis counter-attack, and he did really, really well there to get the corner out. So I think everyone's on their game. I have to say Lamine Yamal is the only one that's kind of silent from everyone. I think again it's just a bit confusing for him to be there. So I mean, you know, it's a hard position to play, especially when you're coming from the wing. But hopefully we'll see what Hansi Flick does, or if Lamine Yamal grows into the game more. But right now we're playing really good football. We took control of the game. We lost it. We took control. Now we're 2-1 up.
Certainly are playing good football. I would say that Barça certainly in one of their best streaks of the season. Mark, I think I'm right in saying if we win today, it would be our 6th straight win in La Liga. So it's been good in terms of form for Barça in the domestic competition.
Yeah, and the 6th comeback this season and the 3rd consecutive. Another attempt for Barça.
Watch out here because Barça streaming forward again. Could they get another? Look at Rooney. He couldn't find Marcus Rashford, who was at the back post. The pass just didn't have enough power on it.
Yeah, no, he was doing really well. Ferran Torres was going inside the small box, and Marcus Rashford was attacking that second post with a lot of space, no defenders around him. So it was really good from Rooney there. Brilliant play from Lamine Yamal to receive the ball inside and give the ball out into space for Rooney to run into. We saw there, I think Lamine Yamal is slowly starting to grow into the space that he's given, so we'll see if he can get something out of it.
Yeah, there you go. Here comes Gerard Martin pushing forward. Well, as ever, away to Betis, I will say. Just feels like we've got a lot of space. They're one of those teams, aren't they, Alex? So they give you the space. Often not the case when you play away from home to teams, but it's an open game. I mean, they're going to cause issues themselves, but, you know, so are we. We're going to have the moments. And here we come again with Rooney and Koundé. Koundé's enjoying himself at La Cartuja. Driving forward, it's cleared by Betis, who survive for now.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of space on that right wing with Bardghji, Lamine Yamal and Jules Koundé. They're trying to take, you know, the most they can out of it, and you know we've had our second goal especially get. Oh, look at Ferran!
Oh, nearly in again there, Barça. Now the header back, it's not going to reach the goalkeeper. Betis for now survive. Ruibal will jot it down the line, and Eddie Garcia comes over, mops things up. It's chaotic out there though, and it's end to end. There's no time to breathe. That's good from Lamine. Really good defensive work from Lamine. We'd like to see that from Barca's number 10.
Really good.
Yeah, helping out, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Hansi Flick out there. Pedri gave him applause. Hansi Flick gave him applause. Yeah.
Mark.
As you said, I comment in the second goal that was also another assist by Koundé, but as you said, quite good, was Rooney Bardghji who assists Ferran for the second goal. And I just want to comment that this is the second assist for Rooney Bardghji this season. I am sure that you remember the first one. It was against Olympiacos to Fermin about that incredible technical action the Elastica made against the left back of Olympiacos. But I think it's quite good also for him to have confidence, because it was out of the games in the last 6 games, Rooney Bardghji, and it's good for him to give this assist.
Here come Betis again then with Abde driving down the line. Former Barca plays, weaving Koundé inside and out here. Abde with the pullback. Good defending again. Koundé, and then it's a risky pass like that though from Rooney, who gives it away. A big moment for him today, and he's so far got himself an assist, the Swede. It's an exciting player whenever he does play, isn't he? And you were saying, Alex, that you're really looking forward to seeing him today, and he's playing on the right obviously, which is probably his most favoured position, but he is a player who I think when he's come on, even if he's not produced the end result, he looks dangerous. I remember the Sevilla game away from home, and I know he had big chances and it was frustrating. We could have won it with his chances, but he creates danger when he's on the pitch.
Yeah, no, he shows a lot of the potential. You know, we've seen him with that Elastia. We've seen him right now take on the 1v1 so confidently when he had an easy pass to Jules Koundé. He's like, no, let me take this on. Got into the space and delivered a perfect cross. So, you know, his workaround is really, really good. I think he's really good at finding spaces as well, especially down the wing. Right now, we're seeing him, you know, really inside, letting Jules Koundé go out wide. He's stepping inside. Lamine Yamal is dropping. I think so far, I'm actually really liking the dynamic between Lamine Yamal, Rooney Bardghji, and Jules Koundé down that right side, because we're getting a lot of joy from there. But again, I think Rooney always, you know, he shows his potential. I don't know if it's him not feeling 100% comfortable. It is a hard team to feel comfortable in, especially when you're new and, you know, you're exploring. Hansi Flick is exploring different options for him. So, you know, naturally so. But whenever he's just a natural talent that's so special, and I think he just needs that moment. But you know, we're seeing Pedri now. He's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I was about to go to Mark, but he's okay.
No, I think his shoelaces can. I think the top of his predator snapped. If I'm correct, he might need a boot change.
Maybe a
at some
boot change for Pedri, right? I've got a question for everyone
see it.
in the members live chat, and also for you, of course, Alex. Will Ferran score a hat-trick? No, I don't think so. Yes, of course, or just the 2 goals.
There's only one answer to this, really.
There is only one answer, I hope so.
There's only
anyway.
one answer to this. We've only gone 20 minutes in the match. He's already scored twice, so the probabilities are quite high. I think the way we're playing favours him so much, and his confidence level is just through the roof right now.
Yeah.
First yellow card of the match. A foul on Lamine Yamal.
He's going to go to Altimira.
Yeah.
Altimira goes into the book for Betis then, as their first booking. As you say, Lamine was skipping away, wasn't he there, Alex?
It was
a cynical foul.
Yeah, no, it was a correct yellow card there. Lamine Yamal went through 2 players. Altimira was just really, really late there on the tackle. Just got Lamine Yamal's legs, essentially. And Lamine Yamal would have gone quite clear with an advantage on the counter-attack. So, yeah, deserved yellow card there.
Remember, people, get your answers in the chat to the question on your screen right now. Altimira's into the book, and here come Barça again. They're just roaring forward. There's the pass over. It doesn't quite come off though from Balde, and he's trying to pick out Lamine. I think maybe it was in front of him.
I don't really know what he wanted, because Ferran wanted the ball into space, because Alejandro Balde got the ball close enough to the halfway.
Is that a handoff?
Yeah, it was a weird foul.
Well,
did he call the foul, or did he call
I'm not sure.
A head injury?
Marek, is this a free kick, or is it just a stoppage in play?
No, I think that he stopped the game, and this is the matter, because all the Betis fans are annoyed right now, because at the first time Hernandez Maeso, incredibly, he didn't say nothing about the action, but because it was a hit on the head, the protocol said that you have to stop the action. But I have to say one thing. I agree with Betis fans. If the referee thinks that it's not a foul, you cannot stop this, because it was a promising attack for Betis. The thing is that, why is not a foul?
Yeah, it was a handoff to the head of Eric Garcia, not given. So
did this happen? This happened to us recently, where we had a head injury and the ref didn't stop the match. Was it against Atleti?
I think, or there was
Atleti?
Shot here because Betis really got quick. Anthony, he's got to go to the ground. Maybe no, he stays on his feet. Koubarsi, what a lovely piece of skill. Ruibal's in. Abdes at the back post, and Barça survive for now. Hacked clear by Eric Garcia. And there's not a moment's rest in this game, because here come Barça again with Rashford. Does he slow things down? Of course he doesn't. He goes at his man, Marcus Rashford.
Go on, Rashi.
Driving to the byline. Still Rashford. He's taken them all on, but he's in a tricky spot now.
Yeah,
and he's going to win a corner.
No, he could have easily gotten to that ball. It went off the Betis defender, so he just let it roll out for a corner. There wasn't. It was a counter attack, so he would have had to slow down the game if he would have gotten there. A really smart play there from Marcus Rashford.
Only halfway through this first half, but it's all happening inside La Cartuja. Barça from behind are ahead, and they have a corner now, which Marcus Rashford is over. He won it himself after a driving run, and now he's going to whip it in. Just maybe a time to breathe for Rashford. We'll welcome a few of you new premium members in just a moment, but for now, there's going to be a corner to Barça, which Rashford is going to take. Here he goes, then the Englishman delays. Big men are up from the back. Rashford swings it in. It was the front post. Ferran tried to get a flick. It's behind for a throw-in by Cucho Hernandez, who won that header.
Yeah, it was a short corner there, just going for the flick out to the back for Ferran. Well defended by Betis, goes in for a throw, and hopefully we can get some momentum from here again.
I just wonder, Alex, whether maybe Barça are trying to slow things down right now, actually, because of how frantic it's been. You can see they're taking time over the throw-in corner.
Yeah, no, it seems like it, doesn't it? Obviously, Rashford there just went out for the corner. We're going back. It's been a hectic probably 5 minutes. Neither side has really had a clear opportunity. It's literally just been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. Both teams are getting into good positions, but there's not really been any clear goal scoring opportunities for either side.
Oh, look at this from Barça. Here's Rashford, big chance for 3. It's going to find Rooney. No. He went for the acrobatics. Barça heads it behind for a corner. Oh, I must say, at one point, Alex, that looked ominous, didn't it, for Betis?
If that would have gone in, my words, Rooney Bardghji, that would have been a debut. Oh, if that would have been his first goal for Barça.
Yeah, go on, Mark.
No, let me say something. I remember that the first goal scored ever by Rooney Bardghji in the Champions League game with Copenhagen was a bicycle kick against Manchester United. Do you remember that goal, guys? It was 2 years ago, and it was at the other time a bicycle kick, an acrobatical shot, quite similar for this.
Ooh.
I didn't know there was a bicycle kick. I do remember the goal. In by Rashford, Ferran flicks on the corner, and Valles can punch clear. I didn't remember it being a bicycle kick, Mark, but of course a historic team to score your first goal against.
Yeah,
here comes Lamine Yamal. Attack's not dead yet because Barça are still going. Lamine's weaving inside and out here. Lamine laid off to Koundé.
Yeah.
Barça look good, don't they, Alex? They've been good.
Yeah, I know it was good. Lamine Yamal in a good position, but he doesn't have the confidence to cross with his right foot.
Yeah.
So he just got stuck there trying to go onto his left. Betis did really well to defend him on his left foot. Goes all the way back to Joan Garcia, and we're at it again, starting from 0. So far the momentum has been really, really good. We've seen there a clear, routine free kick, getting Ferran Torres in the front post, flicked off. His flick was a bit too high for it to have any real, danger behind it. So now we're just, slowing the game down. I think Betis, on the contrary, whenever they get on the ball, they're just going straight at it. They're having a lot of energy. Anthony in particular is running quite a lot in good positions as well, so we have to be careful with that. But right now, I think we're good. We just need to be careful with Betis' counter-attacks and letting them have space like we are right now.
Yeah, just interesting too, Alex. I wonder whether Lamine and Rooney have potentially swapped. They just switched a minute ago. I wonder whether it will switch back now. It looks like it's switched back now.
Yeah.
Just wondered if that was maybe something. It doesn't look like it is. They are going to stay in the same position. I think you're right. Barça, when they get it, I think now 2-1 up are trying to slow things down because they don't want this to be too chaotic.
Yeah.
That was risky from Kouassi.
Yeah.
Betis, on the other hand, they want to keep it pretty hectic and end-to-end, don't they? Because they want to get chances out of this Barça team.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're going straight. They're going very direct to play to the forwards. And, I mean, rightfully so. That's where we're leaving the spaces. We all know that's exactly our kryptonite a lot of the times is counter-attacks into spaces that we leave behind when we're attacking. So, Betis are trying to attack that.
Nearly a great ball there from Gerard Martin, wasn't it, I think, Alex? All the way into Rashford. He has got that in his locker. It was his great ball, I think, against Alaves to set up Rafinha, who pulled it back to Olmo for the second goal.
Yeah.
Risky back pass there, but Betis to survive.
Yeah, no, now it's just about us keeping our cool again. It's 2-1. We don't have a great lead. Betis are the ones chasing the goal, and you can certainly see that in the way that they're playing. But right now, again, Joan Garcia just chilling out, taking our time to go back into play. We are trying to, dictate the rhythm. We're trying to slow down the game, and Betis are, they're not keen to slow down the game just yet.
No.
So it's up to us to keep possession, keep the ball moving, and not let Betis have a lot of space.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I just see how Betis coming forward here. When they get possession, they certainly still are dangerous. That's a really good ball in the back too. And Gerard Martin had to get there, just poked it off the toes.
Yeah.
Maybe Fornals was it who was coming in? Yeah, it was. Pablo Fornals getting around the back.
Yeah, we said it before the match. Gerard Martin, you don't want him to be the star of the match, but he's had an outstanding match so far. He's cut a lot of the Betis attack. He's had really good 1v1 defensive plays. He's had a lot of clearances from the corner kicks and from attacking plays, and I think Gerard Martin today has been outstanding so far.
Yeah, he has been looking really good at that centre back position, I must say, and fair play to him. Barça making a bit of a mess of this, but when Pedri's in control, you always are pretty in control.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant from Pedri to get out of space. It was the top of our own box, and look at that ball into Ferran.
Good from Valles, in all fairness.
Yeah, no, we're trying to get Ferran in behind the centre backs. He has a lot of space there. Look at Pedri there, just coming out of the attack so easily. That could have gone completely wrong, but because it's Pedri, it goes right.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, Rashford and Ferran are playing very direct. It's quite interesting. You have Lamine, Bardghji and Koundé doing really small touches, short passes, quick passes into space, and you have Ferran and Rashford on the other hand being very, very direct. So it's quite a fun contrast there from either side of the pitch.
Yeah, you certainly do. I said I'd mention the new members. In just a moment we'll do that, but there's barely been a pause in the game, and it feels like what's going to happen against Atleti will happen again when I welcome all you new members and Baena scored. If you're one of those, I do. I'm
confident.
I do apologise.
I think you can do it. Go on.
Free kick Barça. We're going to welcome the new members. People, you know what that means. Make yourself a YouTube member. New members, people, welcome to the Barça family. Today I have some names for you. Mr. Alex Kurt, welcome. Tomohiko Naba, welcome. 736. Justin Shelfie, 4945. Tony Soler Joseph, 1369. Ivan Moreno, 2KP. Joker 24/7, Mr. Los Walton, and Ayomide Gabriel T8I. Welcome all of you to the family. You're going to see the perks you have right throughout the week. Big week, of course, for Barça, with, of course, Champions League action coming up in it too. What a ball that is by Pedri. Here's Rooney! Oh, what a goal! Rudy Bardghji scored his first Barça goal. It's an absolute screamer.
Look at that.
He's rattled it into the top corner, and Barça have 3 away to Betis.
Go on, Rooney.
Pedri with the assist, Rooney with the goal. Alexis Barthez, that was unbelievable.
Oh, I can't. Look at that smile on his face. He's absolutely buzzing right now. Absolute screamer. Really good in space. I can't. Who made? Was it Pedri with the assist?
I think it was Pedri with the assist.
I think it was Pedri with the assist. It was a counter, not necessarily a counter attack, but Rooney did really. Yeah, it was Pedri with the assist. Rooney did a really good run there. Takes on a 1v. Absolute
brilliant!
What a brilliant finish there.
Unbelievable goal from Rooney Bardghji. Barça lead Betis by 3 goals to 1. Marc Brau, that was something really special.
First official goal for Rooney Bardghji, a player who, since he was a kid, is a Barca fan. He put on social media how was his first game at the Spotify Camp Nou. He was quite close to score his first goal in the game against Real Sociedad. And what an image, guys. He was very close to score with a bicycle kick a few minutes ago. And then, with the right foot, he has scored the first goal with the Barca shirt and kisses his badge.
Watch out here, because Betis are on the attack themselves. And Anthony now will try and get another shot away. It's chaos here. Anthony strikes denied. Aldimira now to the back post, away by Koundé. Yeah, what an image, what a moment. And by the way, weaker right foot as well there, Alex. That goal
for a weaker
Rooney.
right foot, my
very
word.
impressive.
It was a bullet shot.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. Pedri did really well there to find the space. It was again, it was very similar to that Rafinha pass the other day when Pedri just gave him his foot into space, where Rooney just received the ball, took on the 1v1 and just went for the shot, and it was an absolutely brilliant finish. It was very, for those who saw the Rafinha goal last game, it was very, very similar. Pedri in with the pass that just went into space, and Rooney did what he, did his magic and just, belted the ball into the back of the net.
That's a crazy strike from Rooney. Here come Betis again, then Anthony, they're not letting up. Ball to the edge of the area, although this is what's going to happen. The more they come forward, the more space there's going to be. That looked like a vital tackle. Lamine's still going there because Rashford was away on the left.
Yeah.
It is end to end, and that's just going to suit Barca even more, isn't it? It really is as the game goes on. Lamine delays, still Lamine fouled. Yeah. Free kick Barca.
Yeah, Lamine did really well there. Betis did really well to just get a touch on Lamine Yamal to not let him get that pass into Rashford into space. But Lamine Yamal still got the end, had to slow the game down just a bit more, and there he is. He got fouled at the top of the box, so maybe get Rashi on this.
Yeah, he usually is over these. We got some great emojis of Rooney Bardghji in the chat. Yeah. Fill the chat with Rooney Bardghji emojis, people.
Yes.
I love this. We've got some Rooney Gol Visca Barças, some Sweden flags in there too. Matt Lumbis says, "We're proud of you, Rooney. You got the chance and you took it. Well done, absolutely."
Oh, absolutely amazing goal for Rooney. Big goal as well. It's again, all these goals count. I think my 3-1 prediction and your 2-1 prediction is going out the
they're
window.
Gone. Yeah,
completely gone.
Well, my one definitely is gone. You never know, Alex. Yours might stay.
Hopefully not. Maybe Rashford.
Rashford's going to strike this, by the way. Rashford, it's the sort of game that would end up in, isn't it? And it's ended up going behind for a corner.
One of the biggest critiques I have about our team is that we don't have free kick goals.
Yeah.
Can we get? Does Mark? Do you know the stat of when was the last time we scored a direct free kick?
Good question.
When was the last time we scored a direct free kick?
It was. I think it was a goal scored by Pablo Torre against Sevilla last season. The day that Gavi came back, but was a little bit dirty, that goal, because it was a cross that passed just from inside the box. Nobody touched the ball, and then it was direct the goal.
Yeah, Mark, I think you're right.
That, I remember that Lewandowski scored 2 years ago a free kick against Valencia, the day that he scored a hat-trick in Montjuic with Xavi on the bench. that day with a heavy rain in Barcelona. I think it was the last one as a free kick, as we can say, a good free kick, because that goal from Pablo Torre was, as I said, a cross that nobody touched that ball. But yeah, I think it was the last time that we scored a free kick. And let me say something about Rooney Bardghji. And as I said, how important for me is the celebration, how he kissed the badge. He always said that he was a culé, and in all the in all the things that he is doing on the pitch, all the things that he's saying, it's not easy for him. The last games not playing, because he, for the moment, is very close to have his dream come true. But for the moment, he has not played any game at the Spotify Camp Nou. And today, he has the chance to play for the beginning. And look at what a goal and assist, what a big first half Rooney Bardghji is doing here in La Cartuja.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm not sure anyone expected that today, but again, that happened so much last season, I will say. Flick, he trusted a young player, he threw them into the lineup, and they delivered. And again today, Rooney, he's not in a lot of football. In fact, Flick spoke about that recently. Can't remember which press conference it was. Maybe Mark will know that Flick did say, look, Rooney is not having as many chances because we've got a lot of the players back now, but he's there and he's training well. And well, there you go. He gets his chance today, and what a goal, Alex! What an assist too. Brilliant.
I think he's taken his chances today. He's had a goal and assist today so far, so he's been, alongside Ferran Torres, the second probably keyest player in this match today. He's really taken advantage of the space. Look at that. He's just turned into space. Playing really well with Lamine Yamal and Jules Koundé on that right side again. I feel like I'm saying that so many times, but Lamine and Rooney are finding those spaces really, really well with each other. And Rooney again, he looks good today. He looks confident and he looks comfortable. I think it's the first time that we can probably say that Rooney Bardghji looks comfortable being on the pitch. He's taking everything on. He's playing really well with the players around him. And I think today, was a game that he needed and what we needed to see from him as well.
I couldn't agree more. Just saw some applauses from Pedri, by the way, which is always good news when Pedri's applauding the football that Barça are producing. And I will say, we are playing very good football again. I thought we were really good on Tuesday night against Atleti. Alaves was a solid display too. I think Atleti was even better. But now, the interchanging football's been great to watch. Koundé again, he's gone through a gap that didn't look like it was there. Betis are really suffering now.
Jules Koundé trying to pull Lamine Yamal, todo se pega. Jules Koundé can get into the box and take on two players. Why not? Just not there. Betis did well, and now we're in for a corner kick. Ferran scored 2 goals. He's getting quiet. Maybe this could be one of his big chances to score a hat-trick. It looks like he's going to be inside the box for this one. Don't know if the flick is going to happen, so we'll see what happens.
Corner in, swung in away by Betis. It falls to Rashford, who can strike from here. He lays it off instead. And Barça will just calm things down. They really will. I had a question, Alex, that I had it before the third goal. It applies a bit less. Again, I've been caught out. I was going to say, what did Barca need to do before half-time? Attack, go for the fourth. I had that as attack, go for the third, or keep things calm and sit a bit deeper. I'm going to be honest, I think a few moments ago, before the third, I would have maybe said, let's calm things down. With the way things are going now, Barca are in complete control here.
Yeah, no, we're playing, we're happy, we're confident, we're flowing. The players that have come on, when Rooney and Rashford have been playing really, really well. To be fair, I think we're actually controlling this quite well, because there was about 5 minutes that Betis were really getting on the ball and getting in the attack. Betis haven't attacked probably in the last 10 minutes of the match. It's been all us. And look at Ferran.
Ferran deflection. It's full. Ferran Torres has his hat-trick. We asked if he'd get it. Well, there you go. Ferran Torres yet again away to Betis. Strikes 3. This time around, he does it all in the first half. Betis are capitulating here. It's Betis 1, Barça 4. What a day we're having.
Well, first half hat-trick for Tiburon. El Tiburon was up for blood today, and he gets the hat-trick. I literally said it 2 seconds ago. I was like, he's been quiet. Can this be? Oh, there he is. That's his
1, 2, 3 for Torres.
No, really, really good. Outside of the box shot. It does get a bit deflected, but I think that was. It's a tough one. It's standing as a Ferran Torres goal because that was going in. The deflection helped, yes, probably, but it is what it is. He got really good into space. It was a Pedri assist. Again, second Pedri assist of the match. Got really good into space, top of the box. You know, he went in with his central defenders, stepped back out, received the ball into space. Very, very basic thing to do. The things they always say: you step, you fake, draw the defenders in, step back, receive the ball into space. Off his first touch, took the shot, and there it is. First half hat-trick for Ferran Torres.
Well, we just saw the reaction of Hansi Flick. Marc Brau, a first half hat-trick for Ferran. Barça lead by 4-1. This is going very well indeed, isn't it?
We commented that Ferran Torres is scoring away against Betis. It's a must. It's always happened the same. 2 years ago, he scored a hat-trick in Villamarín, and then it was the first hat-trick with the Barça shirt. And then I have incredible numbers for him because for the moment he has scored 13 goals this season. But the most shocking thing is that he has scored 11 goals in La Liga, and it's the top for his career in La Liga. He has never scored more than 10 goals, but in whole La Liga season. It was last season when he scored 10 goals in whole La Liga, and this season only in 16 games of La Liga he has scored 11. So record goals in La Liga for Ferran Torres, but not in a whole season, in only 16 games of La Liga. Of course, we were a little bit fortunate about this shot, and let's go for the fourth.
Here we go. Could it be a fourth for Ferran?
On,
He's
Ferran.
in behind here. Natan's trying to catch him.
Ferran
Torres is in. Oh, it's good goalkeeping by Arbeloa. Yes. Oh my goodness me. Natan's still injured. I thought that was going to be 5, and I thought that was going to be 4 for Ferran. Right on cue.
Yeah, no, he got really good into space. No, Betis defended that really well.
Risky tackle from Natan.
He did get a touch on it, but good goalkeeping from Valles there to avoid the nutmeg shot. Ferran did really well to get to the end of that. That looked like the poker for Ferran Torres.
Yeah, it did. Mark, Natan is down, but that looked like it was going to be 4 for Ferran, didn't it?
Sorry, Pablo, can you ask again?
I was just saying the Betis defender is down. It looked like it was going to be 4 goals for Ferran Torres, didn't it? And Barça now are just running away with things. They're toying with Betis, playing really well.
Yeah, well, I don't listen to you quite good. I don't know if you're asking about the defender of Betis who is in trouble right now. But well, after all, Pablo, sorry if I don't answer your question. But let me end to explain some things about Ferran. As we said, second hat-trick against Betis, and he was very close to score 4 goals. He has never scored 4 goals in a single game in his career, with Valencia, with Manchester City, with the Spanish national team, and with Barça. And I think that the most important thing for today is, as you said, I remember at the beginning of the game when we were 1-0 down, is that today we have a strong bench with Rafinha, with Lewandowski, with Fermin. But take a look about what happened today on the pitch. For the 3rd game in a row, we made a comeback. But as I said in one of the stats, it's the 4th comeback, the earliest in Barça history. The last time we made a comeback so early as today, it was 40 years ago in 1985. So it's a record-breaking game today here in La Cartuja.
There you go, first time in the 21st century that Barça have made a comeback this early on. Here come Betis again themselves. Easy for Joan Garcia. Alex, there was such a good atmosphere in this stadium as well, by the way, at the start of the game. When Anthony scored, it was like party-like in the Cartuja, and it's pretty flat right now.
Yeah, no, and I think that has to say a lot with how Betis are playing. They're flat. You know, there was a lot of moments where they had a good momentum. Anthony was getting into good spaces. Gerard Martin has had to take on a lot of 1v1s there. And nothing's happened. You know, it's probably been, 10-15 minutes now that Betis has not had any clear attacks, any good attacks, any persistent possession, really.
Yeah.
So it's just, we saw pictures there of the fans just sitting there with, look at Betis might be.
Yeah, watch out in a moment, because here they come again. The shot's going to come in. It's a terrible effort all the way up the crossbar. Yeah,
it was a good effort for them to finally get something. But no, we were seeing pictures there of the fans just literally just sitting down with the most unfortunate, just blank stare into space, just completely deflated. Again, Betis started the match really, really well, got the first goal, they kept the momentum. We scored, Betis still managed to keep some momentum going, to get into good spaces. After the 3rd goal, you've just seen them completely collapse. and that has to do a lot with the fans react to that. If your team isn't performing the way that they started, or they just come off. But yeah, now 5 minutes added to this first half, so maybe Betis, try to get one
5
back.
minutes, I think it's too much.
Yeah, it's confusing as to why it's too much. It's been 5 goals, but there's not been much stoppage time for injuries. There's
No, yeah.
Alejandro Valde didn't need that much time.
No, it's an interesting one. Mark warn you in a moment, because here come Betis themselves, and very nearly 4-2 there. And if they'd scored there, then we would have been in for a very different second half. Cucho Hernandez getting across the front post as Ruibal struck in across the face of goal.
It was a really good attack from Betis, really good header, to be fair. It was a diving header just in front of Gubarsi down to the second post. Joan Garcia had nothing to do there. Good effort by Betis. They're definitely keen to get one back before half time, because going 4-1 down in half time to 4-2 is a bit different. But it's tough for Betis. They just haven't been able to keep the momentum going, and we've done really well to take control of the game entirely.
Yeah, they absolutely have. A lot of individuals that are playing some of their best stuff of the season too. Koundé's had a really good game at right back. Barça just keeping things ticking over right now, and I'd say again playing just in their best form. Mark, I don't know if you agree, but last few games it's the best Barça of the season in my opinion. The football we're playing, the teams we're beating, it's really impressive and a really positive note.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's we'll talk a little bit about the game against Atletico de Madrid, but today is the game that reminds us, I think, the most as the Barça of last season in the crucial games.
Yeah.
The way that we made the comeback, the way that we are playing, how brave we are playing, how individual well played for a lot of players. Of course, if we have to choose a player of the MVP of the match for the moment, it has to be Ferran, maybe Rooney Bardghji, but also Lamine playing in number 10 position, also Pedri, also well done by Koundé in the assist, also Rashford. So I think it's quite well played for all the players. And guys, I have another stat that I think it's quite interesting. And Pablo, as you are noticed that kind of stats always, I want to know if you know, when was the last time that Barça scored 4 goals in the first half? It's quite difficult. I want to say that it was with Leo Messi on the pitch, of course. But quick round. Also on the chat, if you want to comment, when was the last time that Barça scored 4 goals away in the first half? Away. I want to make that point.
That is a very tough one.
Be careful.
Let me mull it over. Here come Barça again. What a pass by Lamine. Here is Rooney Bardghji once more. Rooney onto his left foot, and he tried to get it through to Ferran. Well defended indeed. And it looks like there's going to be needed some treatment here. There's a head injury. Yeah, Koundé is down holding his head, is he, Mark?
Yeah, and also Betis players are annoyed again because the referee left Barça to end action, and when Betis recovered the ball, it was the time that he put an end of the action. But it seems that Koundé has some trouble, because I see the doctor running very fast for the position of the French player. But while we are waiting for this, and of course we are worried about this, but it seems that Jules Koundé will continue. Let's explain about the thing that I said.
Yeah, man.
When was the last time
I don't have an answer.
Scored 4 goals? Well, it was a game. Maybe it's not one of the most recorded games, but it was in 2012-2013 season with Tito Vilanova on the bench. It was October 2012 in the game in Riazor against Deportivo de La Coruña. Barça won that game 5-4. It was the game where Jordi Alba scored his first ever Barça goal with the first team, and at that game Barça scored 4 goals in the first half. Finally, we suffered a little bit because Depor scored twice in the second half, but Barça beat Depor 4-5 that day. So 13 years ago was the last time that Barça scored 4 goals in the first half away.
Wow, there you go. A long time ago. I was never going to get that.
No, but you wouldn't expect us to take that long to score.
Because here come Betis themselves. It's Ruibal. It's into the side netting. I thought it was in, I must say.
Yeah,
so nearly for Ruibal.
It was a brilliant play. Well, unfortunate, not brilliant play for us. The ball just went straight across the box, no touches on it. I really thought Betis are going to be absolutely thinking about that one. He's having nightmares with that shot tonight. That was a very clear opportunity. Really good shot, to be fair.
It was a good strike.
Joan Garcia was never going to get down there in time, I think. Just hit the side netting on the outside. So Betis, are again, they're the ones that had to find the goal in the end of the first half. Sorry. And they've tried, to be fair. They've tried, absolutely. We've done really well to minimize the effect of their attacks, and now we're just getting possession back again.
Yeah, also just waiting, I think, for the half-time whistle to be blown here. That we've already played 5 additional minutes. We're still going here, you'd imagine, because of that stoppage due to Koundé's head injury. He is okay, by the way, so Betis themselves trying to come away. Just watch out here, because if Barça hurry, they're in. Yeah. Rashford's away, Ferran's away, and Betis again playing dangerously open at the back, but they do get away with that one. And it's going to go behind for a goal kick, and I will. So that should be that really for the first time. Yeah,
surely. It's been a minute extra, and there it is.
There you go then. Half-time whistle blown here at La Cartuja. A few whistles from the Betis fans, and understandably so. They're down by 4 goals to 1 here, away from home, at home, I should say, to Barça. They went ahead early on, Betis. Sir Anthony, he scored on them in the 5th minute, and then a Ferran Torres hat-trick, as well as a Rooney Bardghji goal, have put Barça more than in control here. They've been brilliant, Hansi Flick's team, played some really good football and more than deserved their lead at the interval. We've seen again some of the best stuff from Hansi Flick's side this season. They've been rampant and scored 4 goals in the first half here. We expect a really fascinating second half ahead of us. Half-time here between Betis and Barça. What a half of football that was, Alex.
Yeah, no, 4 goals, what was it, in 13 years? First time in 13 years that we scored 4 goals in the first half. So, no, it's been an outstanding match. It's one of those matches that everything has just clicked. Every single player has played really well. We're seeing players' confidence go through the roof, and the players that you want to see confident. One for those, I have to say, Rooney Bardghji has been absolutely excellent. It's been the game that we've been wanting to see from him, and he's absolutely had it. Ferran Torres, once again proving himself. What celebration he did against Atleti. He's like, look at me now. Brilliant from him. His best season literally by numbers.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It was Mark said it was he's never scored more than 10 goals in LaLiga.
Yes.
In any season with any team, any league.
In the league, yeah.
He scored 11 so far in 16 games. We still have.
We're in the start of December.
We still have so many games to go. You look at Champions League, you look at leagues, you look at cups. Ferran Torres this season has been absolutely outstanding. It's pretty much he scores every time he's on the pitch.
Yeah.
And you have Jules Koundé is having an amazing match. Gerard Martin is having an amazing match. Pedri is Pedri again. You leave that there to be. And I think every single player right now is on one. And this is the momentum that we need to be, going into a Champions League week, especially. Have that confidence to play what we're good at. And I think it is true what Mark said. This is one of the first times that we're really seeing a glimpse of, our best of the season, last season, that we were so proud of this team. And today is just an amazing display from us so far. Just
seeing the replay of a few of the goals. Football's been great, guys, by the way. If you can't see the game, Barça have been really good. Since going behind, Betis came up firing, but the football has been great. Apart from the goals and the result, we've played some great stuff, and I think it follows on, doesn't it, from Tuesday night? I think to do that against Atleti and against Betis, this one isn't done yet, but hey, these are going to be 2 statement wins if we get over the line in this one. Ferran is on hot form in the striker role. We know Lewandowski's come back in, but he's done ever so well there, and he's got himself a hat-trick. But Alex, I've been so impressed with the way we've been playing, full stop. And Flick, well, I hope he's smiling more than any night, really, you'd imagine right now.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at that Rooney Bardghji goal. The first thing he does is kiss the badge. Yep. I can imagine the feeling that he's having tonight. Not only the goal, he's had an assist. He's been one of the key players of the match, and he's playing just so well. I think he can only be proud of himself so far. Ferran Torres, we're seeing that goal, his hat trick. He's absolutely buzzing. I would like to see Marcus Rashford a bit more on the ball, and Lamine Yamal. But they are, doing their roles. Marcus Rashford is doing really well to hold that second post space and let Ferran and Lamine and Pedri have a lot of space down the middle. So we'll see what the second half. I'll be quite curious to see what Betis does to kind of try to get the game back in control, and hopefully we don't fall to that. Yeah,
100%. Well, all of that to come in the second half. Don't go anywhere. In fact, you've got a halftime quiz to play along with. Enjoy, culers. There you go then, people. The halftime quiz. Who got 5 out of 5? In fact, I'm going to take a little quick look at the live chat. Let's see who was playing along here. I saw a lot of people.
I definitely did it.
That was an incredibly hard question, Alia says. Which one was it? Let me know. See, quite a few you were playing along there. Mac Lumbis, you were very good. Mac Lumbis says 4 out of 5. Close. Well done. That's not bad at all from you.
That's good.
There are a few tricky ones in there, a few easy ones. I had the last one, which was who scored the last-minute goal here. Of course, it was Koundé. Well done to everyone. Here, though, Alex, we have been brilliant. Barça have been absolutely brilliant. And now it should be a completely different second half, shouldn't it?
Yeah, no, it's been absolutely outstanding first half. It's literally everything has gone right. You can't fault anybody, really. There's no one that's played a bad game. Everyone's doing really, really well. And especially with the switches that Hansi Flick has presented in this game with Rooney Bardghji, with Lamine Yamal in the number 10, Gubarsi and Gerard Martin still getting those minutes together in the centre-back positions. Everything's just gone really, really well. It's one of those games that Hansi Flick has experimented, and it's gone well once again. In Hansi Flick, you trust, everything that he's trying goes really well, and it's what we need. It's the confidence that we need, with the injuries that we've been having, with the players that have been, in and out. It's what we need from the team. It's what we need from our manager, and it's gone really, really well. Going into, again, another Champions League week, it's the confidence that we needed.
Right, perfect. We got some first half photos there. It's been a first half with lots of joy. I do want to ask a quick question, Alex, because it's been such a good half, and it's not been an easy half to pick this out. But I do have it equally. Let me sync it up for this week, of course. And we're going to whack it in right now. Of course, members in the live chat play along. Who was the best player in the first half? Not easy at all.
No.
Was it Rooney? Was it Ferran? I put Pedri in there. You could have put anyone, couldn't you, really, Alex? Because it's been that sort of game. Yeah,
no, everyone's had a really good match. I do want to say a quick one before we get to Brau pitch side. Ferran has scored a hat-trick, but I think, I have to go with Rooney Bardghji. He's been outstanding. He's been really involved in a lot of the games. Ferran has done really well at finishing, but Bardghji has just really good play with Lamine and Koundé overall. So I have to give it to Bardghji for this. Yeah,
one. I'd have to say it has been one of those games. Let's go to Marc Brau. Marc, I'll ask you the same question. After a brilliant first half for Barça, one of the best of the season for sure, unbelievable football. Who was the best player in the first half for you? Rooney, Ferran, Pedri, or I just said to Alex, take your pick of the whole team.
Yeah, for sure. It has to be the pick of the whole team. Of course, if you score a hat-trick in only one half, you have to be the player of the match for sure. So for the moment, I will have a spoiler for my votes at the end of the game. For the moment, it has to go to Ferran, but of course, there are reasons to vote Rooney Bardghji. First goal in his career, official goal with Barça, also an assist. Also Pedri, the way that he controls the ball at the midfield. But also Lamine Yamal playing in the number 10 position. I think he made very interesting plays, and he made good connections with all the teammates. For sure, it's the first half, maybe the most complete first half. I don't know to say if this season or in Hansi Flick's era. Of course, we scored 4 goals in the Clásico against Madrid last season. It was the answer, because I said last time we scored away 4 goals in the first half, because of course in the Clásico Madrid last season we scored 4 goals. But when you score 4 goals away in that kind of game, of course it has to be the Clásico against Madrid, the best first half. But this season, for sure, in away with the Betis, who is a very good team, and especially about what happened in the last games against Alaves and against Atletico de Madrid, it's not easy to do 3 consecutive comebacks. We used to, because last season Barça did it at the end of the season, the game against Celta, the game against Valladolid, and the game against Real Madrid. So for the first time, I said these last 3 games, and especially the last 2 games, it's the first time this season that this Barça reminds me for we left last season. So I will take your surprise. So Ma, if you don't mind, you can come with me. Barça Live here.
Hey.
So how do you see the match right now? Are you especially happy? You're watching the game next to me. So we are with Pablo and Alex Live in the Barça Live here on YouTube. So what do you think? What are your thoughts about the first half?
Well, I have to say that once Betis scored the first goal, you remember, Mark, what I asked you? I just said, how many comebacks we have done this season? Because it's the only thing you come to your mind when we're talking about football. So I was thinking about the comeback, and 4-1 halftime, job done for now.
And I must say one thing, because I have Maya just next to me, and when she was typing she was typing something about Ferran, and we were talking about Ferran's goal. I have to say that I don't know if what's the second goal of Ferran, because she was typing just the tweet for the social media of FC Barcelona, and you didn't see the goal.
Yes, literally, Mark the stat here, who knows everything. He controls all the different stats from all the players. I asked him literally, like, Mark, how many goals has scored in La Liga? We're talking about Ferran. And he said to me, 9. I was typing. 1 minute after that Ferran scored, Mark turned to me and said, now 10. And I'm like, okay. Not even 1 minute, and Ferran is just like, oh, we're starting again. We have to go.
Bye-bye.
That's absolutely right. Marek, we'll come back to you. Marek Meyer, thank you very much. Let's go in for a game commentary in the second half. Let's do it.
Oh.
And Barça back underway. Marek, sorry for abruptly cutting you off there. We do have to get things back underway here for the second half, though, between Barça and Betis away from home. It's been a brilliant first half, really, for Barça, all things considered. But although, watch out here, because Betis are coming forward themselves here with Anthony, who is now streaking away down the right-hand side. Anthony delays, gets the ball inside, away from Rooney, and Marek immediately. There has been a change at half-time for Barça.
Yeah, I think that you have to help me, but the change, it has to be Christensen, who, remember, was warming up just at the first minutes of the first half, because as I commented, Alejandro Balde, I saw that he had some troubles in the warm-up, and finally he was subbed off, and then Gerard Martínez playing as a left-back and Christensen next to Paco Garcia as a centre-back.
Yeah, well, here come Barça themselves yet again. It could be one of those games that just doesn't stop. They come forward again here. It's going to be now Koundé who controls. Koundé through to Rooney, laid off back to Koundé to the back post. Ferran's up there again. Ferran! It's straight at Baez.
Oh, that could have been the poker for Ferran there. It was really good from Rooney Bardghji, Lamine Yamal, Jules Koundé again. That three are just connecting so well on the right side of the pitch. It was, Lamine to Bardghji. Bardghji could have gone for the 1v1, gone and goal, gave it back to Jules Koundé with the Jules Koundé had a first-time cross there. Could have been Ferran for the poker there early on. But so far, we're starting just how we finished the first half.
Yeah, absolutely are. And Barca now looking for another. It's Rashford who's in. Still Marcus Rashford. He beats one aside. Rashford, he's trying to do it all by himself. Oh, and it nearly fell to Lamine in the middle too. Well, we maybe thought this would be a calmer second half. It's been anything but that.
Yeah,
it's going to be a yellow card here maybe for Gerard Martín.
Yeah.
Into the book.
Yeah, no, it's been back and forth so far at the start of the second half. Just like the first half, really. Real Betis started getting on the ball quite a lot, going direct for the attack there. Gerard Martín just had to do grab Anthony's shirt, stop the attack there. It was deserved yellow card there for Gerard Martín. To stop the play for a Betis attack. But again, the second half is starting just like the first. Betis on the ball quite a lot, and us as well. So it's just a matter of, I think, who gets the first goal of the second half.
Yeah, I completely agree. Marek, we're seeing images from your camera that lots of Barça players warming up here at the start of the second half.
Yeah, because we have more dynamite on the bench, as you said before. Barça is winning 4-1, but then Christensen came in, and then we have other players. Check with me if you like this, because we have Robert Lewandowski, we have the Ferminator, we have Marc Asado, we have Marc Bernal, and we have Frenkie de Jong. So what a bench we have for players. Something is wrong in the second half.
Watch out here, because Betis have come forward. Good tackle, but they're away again. It's easy for Joan Garcia there.
Yeah,
so Anthony got his shot away.
Yeah, Christensen did a really good tackle there, but unfortunately went straight to Betis player, and Anthony was good to get a shot on, but it was went straight to Joan Garcia, who luckily has had a quiet game today.
Yeah, he has. He has not had much to do, Joan Garcia. That's exactly how we like it. It's been relatively calm. Look at that skill from Lamine. Little roulette too. Still, I mean, he's lost the ball, though, as Betis themselves now win it back. Well, what Betis will be looking for, Alex, without a doubt, is the early goal, isn't it, in the second half? They'll be thinking, if we can get an early goal, this can all change. It'll be Barca's job to stop that and just keep things cool, keep things calm. Word on Christensen too. I'm really happy to see him get 45 minutes. He's not had a lot of football again this season under Flick, and he's a player I really like, so he gets his chance now. Mark did mention that Balde was maybe having some problems at the start of the game or in the warm-up, and he spoke to the medical staff, and well, he is now rested as precaution, you'd imagine, with Barca 4-1 up here.
Yeah, no, and it's rightfully, again, we want to take care of the players that we have, and there's no need to force, because we do have a good bench. We do have, players. Oh, look at Betis now.
They come again, coming forward, Betis. Little turn inside the box. There's not a lot of room for the cross, and it does indeed go out for a goal kick.
But yeah, what I was saying, we do have a lot of players, that are in and out of injuries, and there's no reason to push them. It's a long season. We're still at the beginning. You're better off trusting a younger player in a key moment than wanting to push, a big important player and push them to the point where they break for a long time. Rafinha needs to rest this game. Let him rest this game. Come back on Tuesday with better legs, refreshed mind, refreshed body. You have Rashford, you have Rooney, you have Lamine Yamal, who can easily go in his position and perform at a high level. And today we've seen that exactly, and it's that confidence that you need with the team, especially when you're looking ahead of the season. There's still so much football to be played, and right now we're proving that we can last long, because when you get into those deep phases of cups, of Champions League, it is about the football, but a lot of the time it's which team has the most available players, because you see so many injuries at that time. You see so much fatigue, and a lot of times.
Could this be a fifth? Lamine, he's in. He tried to cut back. You were saying, Alex,
a lot of the time in those, towards the end of the season, it's just about can you have your full squad available, and it's that time that we need that. And I think Hansi Flick is managing unfortunate injuries, I think, but so far what Hansi Flick can control, he's controlling it really well.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Rooney's over this corner then for Barça. 51 minutes on the clock here at La Cartuja. A fifth would certainly kill this one off for good if it isn't done already. It's in by Rooney. There's Koundé with a flick-on header. Can you imagine if Koundé scored that goal again? Yeah. He's up there again. Koundé looked like maybe a foul on Nathan. It has been given there. Deosa, by the way, is on at half-time for Betis in place of Altimira. They have made a sub themselves. It was Nata who scored against Barça last season, who was fouled. As Betis trying to just get some possession. Bad little flip from Abdes. Let Koundé back in. Eric now. Easy possession for him in midfield.
Yeah, I think it's been 6 minutes of the second half. Now it's the time to just chill out, to keep control, keep possession. I think we're seeing that a bit more now. Lamine Yamal into space there from Rooney. But you have so much space, Lamine.
Oh, there he was again. He was trying to weave inside.
Yeah, he just had to cut in on his left foot, and he had so much space to go into. Good from Rooney Bardghji again there, playing with Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal naturally floating out wide so much. But I think Rooney Bardghji and him are controlling that really well. Pedri and Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia particularly is doing really well to cover the spaces, in a bit higher position than Pedri. But so far so good this second half. Betis have had a couple of chances, and it's what you expected from them. As you said, Pablo, the second half, all they needed to do was get that early goal was probably their top priority. So, it was expected for them to get those opportunities, and luckily for us, we were able to deal with them really well, and now we're back into possession and dictating the rhythm of the match.
Yeah, it is pretty calm right now for Barca. Here is Lamine again. Betis have won it back. Lamine is going to get his foot back on the ball. It just all feels pretty calm. It does give me a chance to give you a bit of incentive for all of you YouTube Premium members, those of you who are signed up on Barca's channel as a member. Well, there's been lots on this week, of course. We had today, actually, Alcoyano versus Barça Athletic, which was another live chat only for you guys. This morning, the under-19s were in action. Apologies, you could watch them beat Sabadell by 5-1. We had the preview and press conference in the build-up to this game. And then next week, we've got more of the same too. Of course, we've got the preview show on Monday for the Champions League. We'll be hearing from Hansi Flick and a player with your questions too, by the way. So make sure you are keeping attentive on the polls, on the posts in your community section too. We've, of course, got the Barça Live on Tuesday also for that game. It's Frankfurt on Thursday. We know Eric Garcia is renewing his contract. Maybe or maybe not. There'll be something regarding that. More on that in a minute, because here comes Rashford. Is this the fifth, or was that a handball? Well, the hand certainly went up. Yeah. Still Rashford again. And there's plenty on YouTube Premium. There may be a goal here for Barça. Rashford's in. And he just ran out of room there, didn't he? I think that went out of play. Although, well, we're playing on here, unbelievably. But all of that and lots more. For example, the press conference and training before the Osasuna game. Get yourselves involved, people. There's lots to like. And Alex there, Barca nearly had fifth. And, well, maybe they will now, because here's Lamine Yamal. Surely this is it. Oh, what a save by Adamaro. Yes, it should have been 5, shouldn't it?
Yeah, no, Lamine Yamal did really well to get into space there. Brilliant first touch from him. It looks like an easy finish for Lamine Yamal. I think he was very, very confident that was going in, but it was a good save from the Betis keeper to keep the 5th out. Yeah. I was quite curious about that play there. Looks like a handball from Betis from live action, but nobody complained. So potentially,
I'll tell you what here, Alex, because the referee has just blown his whistle.
Are they reviewing? No.
Oh yeah, yes they are. Surely.
Yeah, they are reviewing. What do you think?
Okay. Handball. It looks like a handball on live action, Mark, but
no
player complained about
it.
It's
handball?
I'll tell you.
It definitely looked like it.
This will tell us. Here we go, Mark. We'll tell you now. Oh no, I don't think so. Cause you know what, Mark? It hits off his body and then his hand. They don't usually give those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His hand was in a very unnatural position, but it does hit.
Yeah. Well, for the moment they are checking.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Can I just say I'm surprised they're still checking this, because I thought usually, Mark, when it hits off the body and then the hand, it's usually not given. Do you know what I mean? But hey.
Yeah, but the hand makes a movement. So
it's very high.
It is
it's
high.
A rebel, but if you made a movement with the hand, yeah, if it's very high, instead it's a rebel, it looks like you're trying to stop the action.
Yeah.
So for the moment, in handball are not considering the voluntarity, but but instead is a ribbon. If you put your hand very, very high and you stop a possible offensive or goal attempt, and Hernandez Maeso is doing the gesture, and then he will go to the VAR screen just to check if this handball could be a penalty for FC Barcelona.
Well, let's have a look here.
It was Hansi Flick seemed very positive. He's like I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think
so. It's again, I think it's confusing because obviously his hand is in a very high unnatural position, but it does hit his body. I think it would be harsh. I do understand what Max says, because even though
his
the
hand's
ball
up here, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Like there, the ball could have gone in a very different position. It could have gone back to Marcus Rashford, for example. So could it have stopped?
Everybody's watching the action, guys. Yeah. Here on the video wall, on the screens of the stadium, the stadium is watching the action. And as you can notice, of course, Betis fans are just thinking that it's not a handball. I didn't see the action, guys, because it's just at the other part of the field. But as I watch the action, the same as you, for the people who are following us, that action is because it was possibly a goal. And this is the action why Hernandez Maeso finally will say that definitely it will be a penalty.
I think
it's
moment
confusing.
He's thinking on the action,
but the rule is now confusing.
Finally, it has to be. It has to be. No, but let me explain. The rule is confusing when it's a rebel, for example, and you are in a natural position, or it's a ball that it's not, how does it say? And it's not a promised goal, but that shot was directly for the goal, and you have the hand very high. So the rule, it's not the same in all the actions. But well, it's definitely a penalty for FC Barcelona. Remember that this season we got 5 penalties, we scored 3. We missed 2 last Tuesday against Atletico Lewandowski, and also here in Sevilla, but in Pizjuán. And it will be Lamine Yamal who will take the penalty. Yeah, I will say Lamine Yamal starts with penalties after the penalty kick, Pablo. If you want and if you prefer, let's wait for the penalty kick, and then if Lamine scores, we will comment. Here's the stats.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go then. I mean, we'll discuss all of that, all of the build-up to all of that decision in just a few moments' time. For now, let's focus on this, because Barça have a chance to make it 5 and surely kill things off here at La Cartuja. Lamine, he scores. Absolutely cool as you like that from Lamine Yamal. 18 years old, he kisses the badge on his chest. And Barça have 5. A little dance with Rooney Bardghji. Barça, well, they're in dreamland here, Alex. They're 5-1 up away from home.
Yeah, no, brilliant penalty there from Lamine Yamal. Just went as cool as you like to take that penalty. Sent the Betis keeper the wrong way and just slotted home. There he is with his 4-3 celebration. It was a good opportunity for Lamine Yamal. I think he's been keen to get that goal in this game right now, so good for him, good for us. 5-1 to our advantage. Mark, I'm curious about that stat now.
Yeah, Mark, Lamine Yamal scores from the penalty spot.
Yeah, and for the third time in his career, in 3 penalties, shot 3 goals for Lamine Yamal. So for the moment, 100% of effectivity shooting penalties with Barça. It's the 8th goal this season for Lamine Yamal in all competitions. It's the 6th in La Liga. Last time he scored was against Alaves. So finally, of course, Lamine Yamal scored the penalty, and I have to say that the 3 penalties he took this season against Rayo Vallecano, against Olympiacos, and today was the same penalty, just waiting at the last second for the movement of the goalkeeper and putting the ball just on the other side with very, very calm body language. Well taken by Lamine Yamal. So this season, Barça 6 penalty take, 4 goals, 3 by Lamine Yamal, and Barça scoring 5 goals here in Betis. Last time Barça scored 5 goals away against Betis, I think that Alex and Pablo, both of you, were not born, because it was in 1995.
That was the year. Well, no, I'm not going to say.
Well, watch out here, because Betis could have won back. What a save by Joan Garcia, beaten away. And again, they come in close. Marek, am I not... did Barça not score 5 away at Betis in 2017-18?
27. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was 5-0. Yeah, for sure in Villamarin. Yeah. You're fine, Pablo. Well, let me explain why, because we were not born at that time. But the game I commented 30 years ago, let me explain that. It was, as it said always, the Lleva del Mini game, because it was a game that Johan Cruyff won that game with a lot of La Masia players, with Oscar Garcia, with Roger, with Toni Belamazan, with Ivan de la Peña. So that season 95-96, with a lot of La Masia players in the last time Barça coached by Johan Cruyff, it was the most iconic game of that season, and it was because I remember me that game. But yeah, definitely you were right. Barça won 7 years ago, 5-0 against Betis here in Villamarin. But guys, how do you say this? I think it's one of the most complete games in Hansi Flick's career. And let me explain that there were 2 more subs. So, our cameraman, Uri, will say who will enter. So, Uri, let's go. ¿Quién entra?
Marc Bernard y Frenkie de Jong.
Uri all set.
There we go.
Who do you think's coming off?
Marc Bernal and De Jong going to be coming on in just a few moments' time. Instead, it's blocked away, and Barça can break away themselves. What we are seeing is that there's so much space for Barça to break away, and they're having a lot of fun, Barça, as well. It's almost like a training game at times. Lamine is taking all the time in the world he wants on the board. He's tapping it around to his teammates. And here you go. So, Gerard Martin?
Yeah.
Of course, Eric Garcia can go back to centre-back. So, Gerard Martin off and De Jong off. So, Bernal and De Jong on. 2 changes there, Alex.
Yeah. Pedri off. So, yeah, it seems like Eric Garcia back in centre back seems, and Frenkie de Jong taking the reels from Pedri. It's good to see Frenkie de Jong get more minutes as well. There are 2 players that we do need in every single match, one or the other. When Pedri and Frenkie de Jong play together, I think that's been some of our best matches so far this season. And it's good to get Marc Bernal some minutes as well. This is a game that we're playing so well that you want to see how these younger players get adapted to playing this way. I think Marc Bernal is going to be... I'm going to have my eye on him. I'm curious. I want to see him do really well in this midfield, especially, next to Rooney. I think it looks like Rooney Bardghji has gone inside. No, that's just a temporary change.
No. It's happened a lot though, Alex, and I'm always wondering whether it's permanent or not, and then they end up switching back. But now, for example, Lamine's wide right and Rooney's more central. Yeah, no,
it's definitely interesting. I think Marc Bernal is going to have a lot of space in the middle, as we saw Eric Garcia a lot of the time. And I think Marc Bernal might just want the ball more than Eric Garcia, for example. So I am quite curious to see how he adapts to this. Lamine Yamal has definitely grown into his position in the midfield. He's getting more confident with the spaces around him. We've seen him get through a few players here and there quite well before he gets tackled and fouled, which is the only way to stop him. But he's doing really well into spaces and on the ball.
Yeah, Betis themselves made 2 changes a moment ago, both at centre-back. Diego Llorente and Junior Firpov come on for them in place of Nathan and Bartra. Bartra went off not very happy with that handball call. Just back on that, I think what Marc was explaining and what happened is that because the shot was directly aimed towards goal and it could have ended in a goal opportunity, even if it rebounds, it's deemed as a foul. And Barça nearly getting behind there. But you can understand the frustration because what I think we're used to now, when it hits off a body part first and then the hand, we're used to it not being given, right? But the argument is that if it hits off your body
clear
part,
goal scoring opportunity,
and say you're on the goal line and it hits your hand, they're going to give it.
Yeah, no, definitely it is. And that's very subjective, which I think whereas the confusion can be grown, especially from the players, because that happens it is true. That happens in a non-clear goal scoring opportunity, and it is right to say that when the ball bounces off the body first, it's not given. But it is true. The player blocks the ball with his body, the initial Rashford shot, but the rebound from the hands.
Terminator is coming on.
Epa!
Yeah, sorry, Alex, you can finish your point. And then we'll go to Marc.
Yeah, no, it's basically that the bounce that, because it went out of play, essentially went.
Watch out here! This is a big chance for Barça. Lamin's in. He's got Rooney up with him. Rooney for another one. It's Rooney. It's off the line. Well, brilliant defending. Ruibal, I think it was, got back ever so well. Excellent defending. Well, that was so nearly another one, wasn't it? We will now go to Marc. Marc, not only nearly a 6th there for Barça, Rooney nearly scoring again, but De Jong and Bernal are already on, and you're telling us that Fermin is going to join the party too.
Yeah, and also it's a good match just for Hansi Flick to make some changes for players that have more minutes on his legs, as you said, for example, Pedri and also Gerard Martin. Remember that next week we have 2 important games at Spotify Camp Nou, especially the next one against Inter at Spotify Camp Nou. What you will see in the next minutes is a good tackle made by Joan Garcia. That, of course, it's not a foul. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. I'm just in front of this. Abde is complaining it, but it's not a foul. And also Betis players are going to complaining for Hernandez Maeso. It's a yellow card for Aitor Ruibal. I must say that I can understand why Betis fans and Betis players are annoyed, but oh man, of course it could be a discussion about the penalty, but you're losing 1-5, so what do you want?
No,
Nothing.
nada. There's nothing on that.
He got the ball there.
Yeah. No, there's nothing on that. He got the ball. He does touch the Betis player, but he gets the ball quite clear. For me, there's nothing in that.
No, I agree. He got the ball cleanly out. They were complaining.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were complaining for a handball. They weren't. Rooney's off. Fermin's on, by the way.
Yeah,
but actually,
yeah,
brilliant from Rooney, by the way. Everyone, get your Rooney Bardghji emojis in the chat, people. Get them in the chat because this has been an unbelievable display from him. It really has. What a performance! And he's so nearly got another one there a few minutes ago, by the way.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant to play into space. I think he was just trying to pass the ball to Marcus Rashford there for the second post. I wasn't sure if he shot or he passed. I want to say that he passed because he hit it with the inside of his foot going across the goal. So I think he was trying to find Rashford there in the second post. But no, brilliant play from Rooney Bardghji today overall, getting assist and a goal for us today. Outstanding match again. It's been the game that we've been wanting to see him shine in.
100%. Here comes Rashford himself. Now he'll be eager for a goal. Ferran Torres has clipped that one over the top to Lamine, who will now go wide right. Lamine's cross is tipped away at the back post. I was going to get a little question up here. What has been your favourite thing, people, in the members live chat? Let's get this in there. What's been your favourite thing about the game? There's been a lot to like, I'd say. Was it the Barça dominance, the quick attacking play, how fast we've transitioned from defence to attack? Or actually that interchanging football, the link-up play between the front four. I think it's been brilliant. He went with an attacking front four today, Flick, of course, with Lamine in the number 10 role. It's worked brilliantly, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, at the beginning I wouldn't say that I had doubts, but it was definitely, one of those games that Lamine really had to grow into and being in that position. I think what I said, be careful there with the Betis chance. I think that was offside, Betis going to be complaining for a foul there. I don't know. We have to see the replay to see really what happened there. But Yeah, in terms of Lamine as the number 10, it was definitely one of those that he really had to grow into. It's a position that he's not used to at all. It's we see him go out wide there so many times just naturally because it's where he's comfortable at, and rightfully so. Playing a number 10 position is really confusing when you're used to having a line behind you. No, he's grown into the game really well. I think also Betis looking for a goal. They've opened up a lot more space as well.
Yeah,
we're seeing here, Marc Bernal literally just taking a heavy touch and having so much space to run into. And that's where Lamine shines. Look at Rashford
what a
there.
Pass by Bernal into Rashford. Now
Look at
Fermin. Fermin's going to go for goal.
Go on.
Look at
He
Lamine.
Yeah, no.
Lamine's not going to be happy with that, is he?
No, but I think Fermin has every right to shoot from there, to be
He
fair.
did.
I think he had space, and we know Fermin can definitely hit one from outside the box that can just go top bins, dip right under the crossbar. So no, I think Fermin had a good chance there. But again, Betis are opening up quite a lot. But they're opening up so much that I think they don't know really what to do with so much space when they have the ball.
Yeah.
They're getting into spaces, but they're not really sure where to go, how to play. The direct play isn't happening that much. They're not looking for that, ball in behind a defensive line. They're trying to build up play, but I think they're stuck. And that's down to them just not really being able to solve problems on the pitch and us just defending really, really well.
Yeah, well, Betis themselves now trying to get a moment. I'd agree that Barça have got almost too much space. Here comes Abde, though, for Betis. Abde deflection.
Oh.
And Joan Garcia's not going to be able to stop the corner. Guys, I was going to say, let's get some hearts in the
Go
chat.
on.
I want to see the chat. Get them in there, people, because what a performance this has been from Barça today, and I feel like we need them today because it's been that sort of day, hasn't it?
It's been a good day. It's been a good day, Pablo.
It has. In fact, I'm gonna put the chat on the screen in just a few minutes' time. But once you fill it with hearts, I'll get it on. Okay, people. So get the chat full of hearts. In comes the corner. It's away at the front post, and watch out here, Alex, because this is when Barça have all the space in the world to run into. It's Rashford now driving forward. Look at the run Fermin's making. I'm not sure he's going to get there. No, Rivaldo's quick, and he's been good to be fair.
No, it was a good idea from Rashford there. Rashford was just holding on to the ball. So the defender could bite and send Fermin into the space, but the ball was just a bit too long, and Betis were able to recover the ball there. But no, I've been quite impressed with it. We've been talking a lot about the attack, but also our defensive intensity has been really well. Really good today. A lot of the time we've been getting on the end of Betis corners or Betis crosses we've seen there, and a lot of the time we've been getting onto the second ball, which I think is most important.
Oh, watch out here, chance at the back post of Betis for Anthony. Joan Garcia was over there really sharply.
Yeah.
I can confirm, by the way, the chat is looking very good indeed. Matt Glummer says lovely there. Alia with all the hearts in there. Aliona also with the hearts. Thank you, people. Lots of love, lots of Barça love from all around the world. Thank you very much indeed for the support today. It's been a really good day at the office for Barça. And I still think there could be more goals in this, by the way, people. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, no, there's about 20 minutes left at least if we're including extra time. So in 20 minutes, a lot could happen, hopefully for our advantage.
I completely agree. This is not done yet, although I will say it could be one of those that now it's 5-1. 10 minutes to go. It will calm down.
Yeah, we're seeing it there. Guarci just walking with the ball at his feet. It could be one for subs.
If you want, guys,
they're the ones.
we can comment some stats.
Okay.
Yes, hit me, Mark. Yeah, I've seen you've been writing down a few, so let's have a few stats.
Yeah. Remember, Pablo, that when I don't say nothing, when I'm not talking, is because I'm doing something. And I want to comment that it's the 5th time this season that we score at least 4 goals. We scored 6 against Valencia and Olympiacos, and we scored 4 against Celta and against Athletic. So it's the first time that for the moment we score 5 in a single game, and it's the first time, for example, this game that we score 5 goals away. Last season, many games we scored 5 goals. Play with me, please, guys, and also the chat. Okay. Well, let's
watch out here because Betis
was
offside
for Betis. But just comment with me if you remember Pablo and Alex, and also our Barça Live fans. I will give you the number 5 times. Well, it's 6, but the 6th maybe it's not exactly an away game because it was neutral place, neutral venue. But last season we scored 5 goals away in 5 games. Do you remember that 5 games? So come on, play with us.
Villarreal in LaLiga. Red Star Belgrade in the Champions League.
Don't look at the chat, Pablo, please.
No, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I promise I'm not looking.
Proceeds.
At our chat, our work chat, because I put that stats for our editor Angels. So Pablo, please don't do tricky things.
No, he meant the work chat where he's put some stats in, not the YouTube live chat. No, don't worry. Also away from
Away.
Which was Lamine. Lamine's gone past 1-2. Lamine to the back post on nearly. Ferran getting in there for a sixth.
Wow.
I've got.
Why am I blank?
I got Villarreal, the Champions League game against. I just said it. Red Star Belgrade. Any other Champions League games? I don't think so. Valencia and the Copa del Rey.
You are missing a very big one. Yeah, 3.
Okay,
so
Valencia and the Copa del Rey. I'm missing
2 more.
a very.
And if
I've got a big
you know
one.
the 6th one.
I've got a big one. I've got the Supercopa final, Mac. Does that count or?
Come on. Yeah, this was what I said, that it's a neutral venue.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly an away game, but 2 more games to say. 2 more games, and you're missing a big one last season.
Damn, a big 5 goals away from home, Alex. Can you remember that? I'm trying to think of big teams. Atleti, we didn't score 5 away. Real Madrid, we didn't score.
No, I'm thinking Champions League.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the most iconic games for Hansi Flick era you are missing.
No, I know that. Is it Bayern? But I can't remember.
At home.
That's why. No. Benfica.
Benfica. Yeah. Of course, the 5-4. The 5-4.
Yeah, the comeback, the Rafinha goal.
And you're missing another one.
Yeah, we've got one more to go.
One more.
Is it what competition, man? What
easy.
competition?
LaLiga. It was LaLiga.
Okay, 5 away from home in LaLiga.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we scored 4 goals at the second half at that game.
Okay, watch out because here comes Rashford trying to score himself.
So that would likely be a comeback game, really.
Potentially, yeah. 5 in the second half. Down. It's not easy at this. Lamine Yamal standing up his man. He's doing a fifth pot.
4 in the second
Fermin wide.
I can't remember. My mind just goes blank when it comes to this. I'm not good at these games.
Go on, Mark.
Mallorca. Barça won 1-5 at Mallorca that time, scoring Ferran the first one in the first half. And then Rafinha from the penalty spot. Another goal by Rafinha with a great assist by Lamine Yamal, Frenkie de Jong and Pau Victor scoring at the second half. Well, some things to play. What does it mean if we play that kind of games? Is that Barça is winning in a big difference on the score. And guys, 1-5 and Hansi Flick once more, because Robert Lewandowski will come in a few minutes.
Okay.
Lewandowski's going to come on then. Fermin has come on. I was going to make the point, by the way, that with the scoreline, Flick has the liberty, doesn't he, to be calm here. You know, he doesn't have to bring on players if he doesn't want. For example, Rafinha has got no minutes today. I think we all thought he would get minutes today off the bench. So
I think only if needed. Yeah, no, and rightfully so. I think Rafinha should rest. There's no need for Rafinha to come on today. Again, you know, taking off someone like Ferran is good as well. Give him the rest. He's had a big game today, and you know he has 3 goals. He can be fine to be taken off. No, I want to say also Marc Bernal has been looking really good so far once he's come onto the pitch. He's having a lot of confidence going into the 1v1s. He's going into space. I think he's conducting the ball really well. So I am quite happy to see him get minutes there. Not a foul there for Betis, but it was called Eric Garcia there with an unfortunate twisted ankle. They're laughing about it now, but no, we'll see what happens. I think Rooney Bardghji has gone into the middle now with Lamine Yamal.
Oh, it's Fermin in the middle. Rooney was off.
Why does that look exactly like Rooney Bardghji?
Yeah, it's Fermin in the middle, which is good news, by the way, because with Olmo, of course, who's got that injury. Well, Betis onside here. Cucho Hernandez to the back post, and it's in. Yeah. And the flag is up. It was off. I thought it was on. It wasn't. I think that would have been an own goal, Alex, would it have been, or was it Pablo Garcia?
No,
off the
I
bench?
think it was not an own goal.
Okay, it was Pablo, yeah.
I want to see the offside, though. It was quite tight. I think they're checking it just to be sure.
Oh, I think he's just off his toe. If not, it would have been a goal for Pablo Garcia. Very promising young player, by the way. Scored a lot of goals with the Spanish youth side. It's a really talented player. Had an unbelievable summer. And
it's confirmed the offside.
It's off.
Okay. Yeah, it was just about. It was just Cubarsí was going back.
Yeah. Let me say something. Finally, Robert Lewandowski won't come in. Finally, Hansi Flick decided to make another subs, and it will be Jofre Torrens who will come in on Eric Garcia. I don't know if Eric had some problems or is something because finally Hansi preferred to give some rest to him. Remember that Eric Garcia will renew his contract next Thursday. Of course, we will be very close in YouTube channel of FC Barcelona. We will be very close of that action next Thursday. We have an appointment in just 5 days. And then Jofre Torrens will come in. Remember that Jofre Torrens is a young talent from La Masia. He's a left-back player. He made his debut, an official debut in the first game played against Mallorca. Long time ago. He also, I think he played very good in pre-season in the summer tour. And I see Eric Garcia is coming to the bench. I think he's talking that I think finally Hansi Flick decided to give some rest to him and to give some minutes also for Jofre Torrens, 18 years old player. He played quite good with Barça Athletic last games, and also he trained very well. So second game for him playing for Barça.
Yeah, Eric Garcia was just coming off a bit limping there just from that tackle there. That it was his foot just got stuck under the Betis player and it rolled a bit. I think he could have easily walked that off. But you know, Hansi Flick is, you know, again, you don't need to push these players right now because we do have enough firepower on the bench to get this, and we're also 5-1 up. So a little bit of a rest for Eric Garcia, who's had an outstanding few last matches. Oi, Frankie de Jong.
Trying to get the ball on the back there. We have a question for you, by the way, in the live chat. Who's your MVP of the match? We'll do ours after the game, so we're going to hold our horses. But in the live chat, you have your chance to vote, guys. Already got 260 votes, 300 votes already. Ferran Torres, Rooney, Pedri, or Lamine Yamal are your options. And, of course, feel free to write any others underneath, too. But lots of options there. We'll, of course, do our MVP votes at full time. 2 people. Garcia wanted that ball a little bit faster played to him. This is the offside a moment ago, Alex. It was just off with a toe, wasn't it? Oh, wow. With the head, actually.
Yeah, it was just Cubarsí was going
Betis fans.
the opposite, Cubarsí was going the opposite way.
Whistling.
Betis player was going ahead, so unfortunate. It was very, very tight, but it was offside. Yeah, I think Betis right now are just getting a bit desperate to get one back. They've not been able to score since the first one. Now they're on the quick counter-attack. Yeah,
Bernal had his pocket pick there. It's Cucho Hernandez who did so. It's now Abde with a curler. Abde shot blocked by Koundé.
Yeah, no, it's another Betis attack that we've been able to. Let's see.
That's lovely skill, that from Fornals there, who's got it to the far post. Now a chance for Roibal across the face of goal. No one waiting in Betis green and white.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Manuel Pellegrini is going to have to say about this match. His team have been very chaotic and unorganized, I think, especially on the attack. We were seeing there, just getting into good spaces, but they're rushing play. They're not having anything clear. That shot was bad. It was across the goal. It could have easily been a pass. You know, they're getting offside quite a lot. They're not building play, and you know they've gotten to good positions. They've just not been able to get anything out of it. You know, between them not performing and us defending really, really well, it's been a frustrating game for Betis.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Here's Abde. They have rushed a bit too much in attack, haven't they? And it has been way too disorganised. Certainly defensively, you can't give a team like Barça that many spaces, else they'll just toy with you. And it's exactly what Flick's team have done. Too easy for them, really. Give credit to the German coach's side. But he'll know that there'll be a tougher test to wait. Although victories against Atleti, victory against Betis, well, it's been a very good week for Barça. They're going for their 6th straight league win here, which is very positive indeed. And of course, as things stand, 4 points clear of Madrid, who play tomorrow evening against Celta Vigo.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good for confidence levels. I think we said it, you know, we needed that confidence. There was a few games that we just really weren't feeling ourselves. You know, a lot of players were off. The play was off. We weren't getting this clear chances. You know, when you look at the game against Athletic Club in our first game at home, for example, we were playing a man up and just we weren't able to create anything. And you know, it was a win, but it wasn't a good win. You didn't have a good feeling after that match. So I think it was just getting back into these matches where everybody was playing well. You know, we're playing free-flowing football. We're on one page. I think that's so important. And
there's going to be a goal back for Betis. Well, all the way to the back post came that corner. No one dealt with it for Barça. And Diego Llorente off the bench, centre-back, sticks it over the goal line. So Betis do have one back.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate loose ball in the box from a corner kick from Betis there. Mark.
I think it was a good action by Betis. I think that somebody touched the ball at the near post, and then just Diego Llorente at the far post scoring alone. I think it was a well-played set piece by Betis. But of course, it doesn't matter. 5 minutes to go. I expected also a big added time because, of course, with the action of the VAR review, with a penalty, a lot of subs. So I expect maybe if in the first half was 5 or 6 minutes, it has to be a lot of minutes. But what I can say, guys, if you don't mind, is I will go out from my position just to prepare myself for the Super Flash interview.
Okay.
So let's gonna listen us in a few minutes because we have to run a little bit after the game. So if you don't mind, guys, let's gonna listen at the end of the game at the time that there's a foul. No, finally not. So guys, we're gonna go to the position. So let's gonna take, because I think Pablo and Alex, and I will say all the Barça Live fans today, to watch the post-game analyze and reactions are a must.
Yeah, Mark, we'll see you shortly then. Go to your opposition and we'll be in contact with you as soon. We'll see you for the post-game interviews. Barça Live fans, don't go anywhere at full time, by the way. We've still got all the reactions. And Rashford's in here. Was he on? We'll find out in a minute. Rashford's through. Surely this is a goal for him. He's missed it. And he's pulled it wide of the post. He was on. And it's a funny game, football, isn't it? Sometimes when your confidence is up, you're in.
He was onside.
Yeah. He's in his own half.
Yeah, no, I think everybody thought what you thought, probably, that surely going in. He just don't think he hit that. Anti-flick was halfway.
Celebrating,
no, it was a clear opportunity for Rashford. I think, you know, he's not been so active this match. I think not his fault, but if not because the play has been going a lot down the opposite side of where he is. But he's been finding himself in good spaces. He's been interacting with other players, but on the attacking front, he has been not necessarily ignored, but a lot of the play has been coming from the right side, and this was kind of his one big chance of this match. He's had a few others, but not as clear as this one.
Oh, look at this from Bernal, weaving through. Lovely pair of 1-2s there, and in the end, a clear foul on him.
Bernal.
Yellow card for Valentin Gomez. Lovely from Bernal. Piece of play that, wasn't it?
No, he's getting a lot of confidence on the ball. He's done really well to weave through a few players, a few good passes. Again, he's getting a lot of space in the midfield and he's taking advantage of it. But I've been really impressed with the ball at his feet. He's gotten out of a couple tight spaces, really, and just conducting the ball really well. I've liked what I've seen so far from Marc Bernal this match.
Yeah, 100%. Betis, I think, have a player down here. There's medical staff on the pitch. Pellegrini's been booked. Let's see, because Ricardo Rodriguez is going to have to come on here. And, well, it's Firpo, man who came on, ex-Barça player, is down. Lewandowski, Rafinha, none of those even a minute today, Alex, which I think is another brilliant piece of news in a game for Barça, which was probably hallmarked as one of the most tricky until the rest of the year. And to have to not use any of those for any minutes is brilliant news, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely amazing when you look at the matches that we have left, when you look at the year that we want to finish off, when you compare December of last season to this season. I think it has a lot to say. And again, you know, you're looking at Eintracht Frankfurt on Tuesday in the Champions League, and you know, Lewandowski knows how to score against the German team. You want him on there. You want to be a bit more aggressive on the front foot. Having someone as a a striker. Again, we've said it so many times, Ferran and Lewandowski are such different players that it just depends what Hansi Flick needs in that moment, and potentially he wants a more static player that can bring the ball down, that can work as a ball for his a wall for his wingers. So we'll see what that happens. But again, Rafinha is a big one. You want Rafinha in those Champions League matches. You know, we just reminded there by Mark that Benfica match.
Yeah.
Those are the matches that you want Rafinha on the pitch for.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the Champions League. We'll discuss it in the post-game, of course. So that's coming up on Tuesday. I mean, Barça do need to win in Europe. They're in a rather precarious position. So you wonder whether Flick would have also been maybe keeping a few players in cotton wool for that game. Well, that was a risky tackle from Koundé and a penalty to Betis. So I don't think we're going to be in danger of losing any points here, but certainly going from 5-1 to now potentially 5-3.
Yeah, goal difference.
It's not great, is it? It's not the best way you want to end.
No, it's again, you know, you're not too upset because you know you're going to win the match most likely. It was a messy tackle there from Koundé. Yeah, I think he does skim the ball, but he does get the player first, so it is a penalty kick. Unfortunately for Betis, we'll see if Joan Garcia can have a say in this game. But no, it is unfortunate to go from, again, 5-1 to 5-3. If Betis score this penalty, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, here we go then. Cucho Hernandez looking to strike. He's up against Joan Garcia, and he does score. Cucho Hernandez straight down the middle. Betis 3, Barça 5.
Yeah, unfortunate to concede because it does, you know, goal difference. You know, going 1-5 is a lot different to going... I'm just seeing there, bad tackle from Koundé.
It was silly, wasn't it? I mean, I don't think he needs to go to the ground there, for me, honest with you, Alex. Not at this time of the game. You know?
He probably still could have gone body to body there until last minute, but it just went down too soon. Yeah, again, you know, 1-5 is very different to 3-5. We're only 2 goal difference, so not ideal. But I think now, do we see how many minutes were added?
I'm not sure if we have yet, because here come Betis again. We don't want anything silly now, do we? Barça will just need to calm themselves down here. We're not quite sure how much has been added on. It's not telling us on our feed. And Marc Brauer's in his position. Well, what we don't want to do is concede one here, because then we've got a very interesting rest of added time, don't we?
Yeah, no, it's what I said, you know, it's those moments. And luckily for us, a lot of Betis fans, it is 6 minutes added time there, so we have 6 minutes to kill essentially. I think we just need to keep our heads and calm down. You know, exactly.
There we go.
Now,
It's the ball over the top. Rashford's trying to get there first. He's not going to be able to do so. Valles is off his line. By the way, a lot of Betis fans have left the stadium at this point.
Yeah, no, I was going to say it's lucky for us that a lot of Betis fans have left the stadium, because should they have the spin in the start of the second half, Betis would have had the entire stadium behind them. That would have been, you know, energy levels, as cliche as it sounds, those energy levels really do affect the players on the pitch. You know, we saw it against Atletico de Madrid and Camp Nou. You know, we were thriving off the energy that the stadium was giving us. You know, the fans were singing non-stop and the players really fed off of that. So luckily for us, this has happened towards the end of the match when the stadium was a bit more calm. A lot of people have left. But now it's just, you know, we need to calm down. We need to keep our heads cool and only attack when we have it clear, and not let Betis get those counter-attacks, because they've really been feeding off of them scoring that last goal.
Yeah, completely. Well, 4 minutes to go here only. Talking the goal difference, Alex, remarkable again. Barça have scored 47 goals already in La Liga this season in 16 games. Sadio scored next to Real Madrid with 32, so there's already 15 goal buffer there just between the two sides this early on in terms of goals scored. Well, Betis aren't giving up here, credit to them, because they've been down and out for the entirety of the second half really, and 2 late goals at the end of the second half. This can happen when you're 5-1 up, you lose focus, and all of a sudden you concede 2 goals, and it's silly. I don't think it's going to affect the score or the outcome of the game, but it's unnecessary is what you'd say, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you see Betis there get a corner. They've gotten, luckily for us, that header was just really high up, but it was a clear header from Abde, I think, there. But yeah, it's just being complacent. It's about letting those goals in, just a very unnecessary. Jules Koundé again there with a very unnecessary tackle. You know, is it just tired? Is it, you know, and just not being able to be concentrated for the entire 96 minutes now. But yeah, just a very unnecessary tackle there from Jules Koundé that essentially has shifted the momentum of the match, because, you know, 2-5 is very different from 3-5 in terms of how many goals you need to score to get even. But yeah, not ideal, and Betis are, continuing their momentum, and we've not been able to see any of the ball since Betis has scored their last goal. So 3 minutes left, 2 minutes and a half left. We'll see if we can see out this game nice and easy, hopefully.
Yeah, let's hope so. Now we are pretty much in the final stretch. Everyone has still been voting, by the way, on the MVP poll. We've had nearly 3,000 votes, by the way, guys. 2,859 votes. We'll see at the end of the programme who has won that one between Ferran, Rooney, Pedri or Lamine Yamal. It's not going to be an easy one. Here on the programme, we're of course going to be giving our votes too. Also at the end, we're going to be hearing from the protagonists, so don't go anywhere at full time, people. Barça are 2 minutes away from retaining their spot at the top of La Liga for at least another match week. No matter what Madrid do yesterday, we will remain top due to this result, which is very good indeed and didn't look like a possibility a good few weeks ago. It's also going to be the second big win in the space of a few days for a Barça side who have just beaten Atleti and now going to beat Betis too here. 8 goals scored, by the way, over those 2 games. Yeah,
not bad. We're good at goal scoring. I think it's just also, again, Athletic Club, we scored 3 goals, but it wasn't a good game. So even when we're having bad games, we're scoring goals. That is a positive. But no, we said it before the match, this game was wide open, and we have seen a good Betis, on the attack. They have been very, very dangerous. It's just they haven't been able, they were just completely shut down by us and just weren't able to do anything for probably that entire middle part of the match in the first and second half. But no, brilliant play, against a good team today, and it's again, confidence boost for us and everybody involved in the game today.
Well, we're going to be hearing from plenty of protagonists in the post-game, people, so very exciting names to come. Some of the stars of today, for sure. Yeah. Just 45 seconds away from all of that now.
Yeah, before the game ends, I do want to shout out to Joan Garcia. He's been doing really well to cut off a lot of the Betis long balls. He's been really confident. Well. Yeah, he's been really confident coming out of the box to stop those crosses in. He's been brilliant. Even attack on a Betis player, just very, very clean, very dangerous. Obviously for a keeper to do that, but he's done it so well. He's controlled the back line so well, so confident, and it's kudos to him, because if he's not that confident, I think Betis could have easily gotten 2 or 3 more goals. So again, Joan Garcia has had a very quiet game, but those key moments of sweeping up the back is very key to our game.
Yeah, quietly gone about as well. Look at that from Abde. Well, nearly with a little Rabona there, wasn't it? That he dug up from his feet.
There it is.
It's all over though. Barça have beaten Betis by 5 goals to 3 away from home. A super victory for Hansi Flick's team, who are going to stay top of La Liga here. They've beaten Atleti and they've beaten Betis in the space of a few days. 2 massive wins in La Liga today. Barça were brilliant. A Ferran Torres hat-trick, and then goals from Rooney Bardghji, his first in a Barça shirt, and Lamine Yamal from the penalty spot. More than enough. A few late goals from Betis made things a little bit nervy towards the end, but a big win this for Barça on the road. A statement performance again. They march on in La Liga. They've beaten Betis 3-5. There you have it then, full time at La Cartuja. Ferran Torres is going to be taking the match ball home with him, Alex. Apart from that little shaky ending there where we gave up a few too many goals, certainly I think one of the games we'll be remembering for quite a few months now, and it will be one that we look back on at the end of the season and say, yeah, that was one of our better displays. It was really good from Barça.
Yeah, no, I think 10 out of 10 display. You can't fault anyone, really. Everyone had a good game. Lamine Yamal playing out of position. Rooney Bardghji finally gets his debut goal, official goal. We've seen the likes of Marc Bernal come on, looking really good. Eric Garcia looks good. Cubarsí and Gerard Martin have had more minutes as a centre-back pairing. Jutunde had an amazing game. Joan Garcia, again, had a good game. No faults, really. Everybody that came on as well just, knew exactly what they had to do. And it's the confidence that we needed. It's scoring 5 goals. Unfortunately, I think the last 2 goals were unnecessary to concede. Especially the penalty, but it is what it is. We've gotten 3 points. We're top of the league for another match week, and can't be anything but happy, really. Yeah. Well, I think Hansi Flick is going to be very critical of the last 2 goals. He's going to be you can't really be happy. Again, it would have been nice with a 1-5, but it is what it is. And what's important is that we get 3 points.
Yeah, understandably, Flick will be a little bit concerned about that ending. We have the MVP votes, by the way, in the chat.
Oh.
As I said, we'll do ours in the post-game. Ferran Torres has won 53% of your vote. Lamine Yamal has won 27%, Pedri 13%, and Rooney only 7%. Is that a bit harsh, maybe?
That is very harsh.
For me, I think.
I think that's quite harsh, considering he has 1 goal, 1 assist this match.
Yeah.
You want to keep that, and it is his first, Barça goal. I think that's so important for a player to do that. And the way he scored that as well. It wasn't just any goal. It was a very, very good goal. And the assist for the Ferran goal, it was all him, really.
Yeah.
He took on the player 1v1. Jules Koundé gave him the support around. He's like, no, I got this. Took on a player, did a brilliant cross into Ferran Torres for an easy finish there. But no, I think that is quite harsh on Rooney, to be fair. I think he had a really, really good match. He was one of the standout players. He was very involved in most of the attack. I would say even probably more involved than Lamine Yamal today. But no, did brilliant in his position today, I have to say.
Yeah, completely agree. Right, guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick 2-3 minute break. He'll be back shortly, though, because we're going to be hearing from the protagonists of this game. Maybe a special hat-trick here will be amongst them. Don't go anywhere, people. All the reaction and analysis coming up. Okay, we're going to hold on for just a few moments' time because we're going to go straight, I think, to this interview. So don't go anywhere, people. We'll have all of the analysis in just a few moments' time because when we get the go-ahead from our people, we're going to be hearing from you-know-who, Ferran Torres with Marc Bral.
Yeah, we have the Shark, of course, the player of the match. Hat-trick again against Betis. We are next to Ferran Torres, al costat de Ferran. Ferran, què tal, com estàs? Bona tarda. Bé, suposo que tarda rodona, no? Content pel hat-trick i per la victòria.
Sí, content sobretot per la victòria, a nivell individual també per el hat-trick i sobretot per una victòria tan important com és en un estadi com aquest.
Increïble, 6 victòries consecutives i 3 remuntades seguides, però avui Déu-n'hi-do, marcant 4 gols a la primera part.
Sí, crec que és una de les nostres claves, que reaccionem a pesar de rebre colps i crec que això és un punt fort nostre.
Se't dona bé el Betis, perquè el teu primer hat-trick amb el Barça va ser el Villamarín i avui un altre.
Sí, la veritat que sí, espero que siguin molts més i molt content.
A nivell golejador, Ferran, aquest any ja has superat la teva xifra rècord de gols a la Lliga. Evidentment, jo sé que molts cops no li dones importància als números, però què et diu això?
Bueno, que al final la constància i la disciplina són molt importants. Soc un xaval que sempre s'ha caracteritzat per treballar, inclús quan les coses no van com uno vol, i crec que és la clave.
Et faig l'última, Ferran. L'equip seguirà líder una jornada més. Com diem, són 6 victòries seguides després de Stamford Bridge. El míster va dir, estic tranquil perquè sé que l'equip està entrenant bé i els resultats arribaran. Arribeu molt bé aquest final d'any.
Sí, arribem molt bé a aquest final d'any. Al final és principi de temporada, tenim coses que millorar, coses que polir i crec que ja s'està demostrant que ho hem fet.
Bona, Ferran. The worst of our Shark, scoring a hat-trick, the top score of the season. 13 goals this season, 11 in LaLiga. The Shark, his mentality, he said in Catalan, I'm working always. Of course, when things are not working, I will work again. And this is the secret for our Shark today, the player of the match, scoring 3 goals in this incredible, amazing win here in La Cartuja.
Mark, thank you very much. Do let us know when you have more reactions from inside and from the rest of the team. There we go, then Ferran Torres giving us a little bit of a quick interview. Right, now we will take a short break. We'll be back to discuss that interview from Ferran and all the rest of the latest updates from La Cartuja after a big win for Barça very shortly. Don't go anywhere, culers. Right, then we're back here for all the analysis, all the reactions after a really big win for Barça in LaLiga against Real Betis. One of those days at the office, afternoons, evenings, wherever you're watching around the world, that things went right for Barça. 1-0 down early on with that Antony goal, but very quickly right into action. For me, a brilliant display. We attacked excellently. I agree with you, Alex. You made a good point about the fact that we defended well too. We were aggressive without the ball. And ultimately, it's one of those great evenings for Barça. We're going to celebrate very much indeed because there was a lot to like. Apart from the goals, the performance was good. And we're in a good streak now as well, I'd say.
Yeah, no, if you ignore the last 2 goals conceded, everything was 10 out of 10. Again, yeah, I think every single player knew exactly what they needed to do. Everybody did really, really well in the positions. What I like, I think, overall of this match is the confidence levels that we showed in every single position and every single player and every single play, whether it be defensive, off the ball, offensively, on the ball, or just every single player on and off the ball. Looking into the spaces, dragging players out. I think everything went really well, and obviously, when Hansi Flick makes so many changes, the big one was Rooney in the number 10 position. You're like, all right, let's see how this goes. You don't always have the confidence because Rooney, was missing that match. It could have been a very quiet match for him, as it has been a lot of the time that he's come on the pitch. But finally, he got his good match. Jules Koundé had a really good game. Pedri had an amazing game as always. Eric Garcia as well. Cubarsí and Gerard Martin did a really good pairing. In the centre backs, more minutes for them together. It's always a question mark when you put 2 young players in one of the key positions on the pitch, especially against an attacking team. But I thought they did really, really well. And again, 10 out of 10 game. Confidence levels through the roof. I think any player that comes on, even Joffrey at the end of the match had a clearing header from that Rowana, and it feels good to have a team that no matter who comes on the pitch, you can be confident. And I think today was one of those displays. We scored 5 goals today, and I don't think anybody, clearly none of us really expected that because we all had we all had low scoring guesses for guests to score. So 5 goals, top of the table. It's a good night. Yeah,
I think it almost caught everyone by surprise. You can see there reactions from Hansi Flick to all of Barça's goals today. Very delighted, Hansi Flick. And you're right, Alex, we came into this game knowing that this was probably one of the toughest away games of the season. Betis are 5th in the standings. They would have been pushing on the Champions League spots with a win. We know how good of a side they are. They've not lost in La Liga since they lost in October to Atleti. So this is a team in good form, with a very good manager, with a very good team. What I will say is that they're often a side, Alex, one of the few in La Liga who, when they play against us, they don't care. They'll play their style, they'll play their system, and it inevitably does leave spaces, and it's always often why teams come against Barça and they put 10 men behind the ball to stop exactly what happened today because, Betis gave us spaces, and guess what we did with those spaces? Yeah, no, and fair play to them. We did score first. We do have to remember that. Kudos to them for that. They came out guns blazing, took their opportunities, and we do have to remember again that they've got caught offsides a lot, and all of the offsides were literally just by inches, centimeters, really, really close. So, Betis, again, they weren't a team to just drop back and defend. They did get 2 goals at the end of the match because of that persistence. But luckily for us, our back line did their jobs really, really well. Offside trap worked brilliantly today. But Betis, kudos to them. They did come out playing. It was just one of those nights, play this match, in a game that we played against like Chelsea, maybe they do get the better of us. And it was just down to us to being the better team against a team that potentially could have been the better team, if that makes sense. So no, it's brilliant. Betis displayed their talent today in Antony and a lot of the attacking players, but we were just the better team tonight, and that's how it is. Yeah, completely. Let's talk about the main man. Let's talk about Ferran Torres, because we said the stat throughout the program that he's now up to 11 goals in the league. It's his best league return in his career. We're only in December. I mean, the last few weeks, because Lewandowski's returned and Lewandowski's returned with goals, Ferran's actually been playing or off the bench or as a winger. And actually, this season, Alex, even at the start of the season, when Lewandowski had an injury himself, Ferran was starting as the number 9 and he was scoring goals. And again, he's been put back there. And guess what he's doing? He's scoring goals. Shocking. He is... I mean, I've got to give credit to him because I know it's not his natural position. I feel like now it probably is. I think he's said it himself. It's where he feels most comfortable now. But he's obviously a winger growing up. he seems to be movement-wise to have that number 9 movement where he gets to the front post like his first goal, the second goal, the way he peels off. He's now got that in his locker, doesn't he? And he's producing for Barca.
Yeah, no, I think the style of play that Hansi Flick has instilled in the players that Ferran Torres has around him, I think the number 9 position suits him a lot more than on the wing. We have seen him play off the wing, but when you look at Ferran Torres in comparison to Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, I personally don't think there's any competition there between that. Again, Ferran and Lewandowski, I think, complement each other so well when you're looking at that number 9 position. Lewandowski is an out-and-out number 9 striker, and you do need that for some matches, but some matches you do want a number 9 that's a bit more free-flowing, like Ferran Torres, because he's so used to having the ball to his feet, finding spaces, taking on the 1v1 players. It's very different. Lewandowski is going to be one of those attacking strikers that is going to be always between the center backs, always high line, always looking to the box. Ferran Torres has the ability to, again, slip out and come back at the top of the box, find those goals like he did with the Rooney Bardghji assist and the Pedri assist. They're two very, very different styles of plays, and Hansi Flick is, he's hit gold to have both of those players on it. And Ferran Torres is, I think once he stopped battling with the fact that he's competing against Lewandowski directly, and he's just he said it before, it was here with the Llorens, he said it, I've grown to be my own player, and I'm happy with who I am, and I'm confident with who I am. And I think that's when he's really started to click, just become his own player. And he's been doing outstanding, particularly this season. He's gotten a lot of opportunities, and whether it be off the bench or from the starting line, he's had an impact on probably every single game that he's played so far. Yeah,
certainly turning into a one to watch for Barca. And it comes at a good time too in the season. Christmas period, like we're getting into now, is always busy. The games have come thick and fast of late. And it also comes at a time where, I was saying it before, Barca have actually recovered a lot of attackers. We've had Lewandowski, Rafinha and Lamine all available, and they've been starting together in a lot of games, like the one against Atleti, of course. We've had Rashford, of course, as the summer signing, who's been always available. Rooney Bardghji coming into the team today. There's competition in that front line, which is also good. And Ferran now, you get the feeling that's going to kick him on even more. Someone I also thought was excellent today, Alex, was this man, Rooney Bardghji. First Barca goal, of course. We spoke about him, the way he played off the right. He came inside a lot, of course, but a very refreshing young player for me. I think he plays with a smile on his face. He's a fun player to watch. He seems to get along well with the team, but he's got quality. I mean, boy, does he have quality. I mean, the strike with his right foot today was excellent, I thought. And other than that, not just the goal and the assist, but the way he was linking up with the team, what a confidence boost today will be for him, though, in the future.
Yeah, he's been needing this game, I think, for us and for himself. I think every time he had the ball at his feet so far, every single match that he's played, you can see the potential. You see how good he is with his feet. You know how natural he is with the ball at his feet, taking on the 1v1s against space. He's a very smart player, I think that has to be said. He thinks with his head quite a lot to find the spaces and find the players around him. He's really good at quick passing, which is obviously something that you need to play for this club, and today was outstanding. Again, his goal was such a good goal. It was a lot of confidence, taking the ball into space. He had 2 defenders around him. He took the shot, absolutely screamer. And again, I think for me, we're talking about the goal, but I think that assist that he gave to Ferran for me was just so impressive. It just showed his confidence. He literally just took on 2 Betis defenders, got the ball into space because he saw it there. And he did a pinpoint delivery to Ferran Torres to be able to get that brilliant finish. But Rooney Bardghji again, showed today exactly the player that he wants to be with the club, and I think that's what's most important. I think it's again, not looking at his past, but starting right now, this is the player that he wants to be for the club, and he's a player again. He has a smile on his face because he's playing for the club of his dreams. And this is exactly where he wants to be, and he wants to do well. So having that motivation, I think it really rubs off on you, and you're just happy for him.
Yeah, he's refreshing to watch, Rooney. He really is. You said about the smile on his face, and you can see the way how much he's enjoying himself. I mean, there's lots of games. We've got the cup game, of course, coming up later this month too. So you'd imagine he'll get more and more minutes as the season progresses. We've got Champions League on Tuesday night, of course. Alex, we know we've got in the league Real Madrid on our tails. We are competing on all three fronts now, and of course, in January the Super Cup will come around too. So it's getting hectic. just feels now injury-wise. I know we lost Olmo in that game against Atleti with his goal.
Yeah.
Just feels like slowly but surely the squad is coming back together. We've recovered players from injury, which is vital at the right time. Fermin was back in, super recovery from him, by the way. He only missed 1 or 2 games. De Jong was back in the squad and got minutes today also. The Pedri impact has been unbelievable. Rafinha and Lewandowski were rested today. They've had injuries this season.
Yeah.
It's starting to culminate now at a nice time, I think, for Barca.
Yeah, it's one of those eras that I think you need the confidence that we're getting right now. I think it's less about the confidence and more about effectiveness in the matches that matter. Because, you know, it's happened so many times that we've just had outstanding matches and we've just not been able to score.
Yep.
And, you know, again, I think that match against Athletic Club was really disappointing when we were a man up, a player up, and we literally just weren't able to do anything. And it's those matches that you're like, right, what's wrong here? What are we not doing right? And, you know, since then we've been, you know, worried about getting back. I think the players knew exactly that they couldn't continue with that mentality, with that effectiveness in the matches, and the last 2 matches particularly have been outstanding. It's been, you know,
it's been good, yeah.
kind of, and I think the players have said it as well, you know, they needed these games. It's been effective. Hansi Flick is really, really happy. We'll see what he has to say today. I think he's going to be so critical about those 2 goals that you can't concede those 2 goals like that when you're playing as well as we did today. Something had to go wrong at the end, but no, we needed that overall, and the players coming back is again just contributing to that confidence, contributing to the effectiveness, and every single player that has come back has been outstanding. Yeah,
I mean, we shouldn't have conceded 3 goals today. You're right. We were 5-1 up. We were dominating. We were cruising. We could have easily made it 6-1, by the way, at times. I think Rashford had the chance. There were many chances, and Too had a chance. Could have been more. I want to talk about the centre-back partnership, because I know we conceded late goals, Alex, and that was actually when Gerard Martin was already off. He'd already been subbed off. Him and Koubarsi, centre-back's been a bit of an issue for us this season. It really has. We've had players come in and out through injury, also with choice flickers, mix up the team himself. Gerard Martin and Koubarsi, I said it to you in the game, they're making a decent partnership. And left-footed centre-back, right-footed centre-back. The most unlikely of sources, almost, Gerard Martin. He tried it in pre-season flick, and we didn't see it for about 2-3 months. He's using it now, and it's really working in big games too.
Yeah, no, you always have, you know, again, centre-back pairings are such a sensitive position in the world of football, especially when you're playing for a team like Barcelona, who's always going to have big matches, who's always going to be competing for titles, and it's always, you know, a big match every single game that you play. And, you know, it's hard to trust 2 young players together. Because what we liked, you know, again with Koubarsi is that, you know, when he was playing with Íñigo Martínez, what you liked about that was because, you know, Íñigo is a veteran, a leader, a voice, and Koubarsi is, you know, someone just starting out who needs that voice behind him to be able to guide him in big moments, where Koubarsi doesn't have the experience. Because it's not that Koubarsi isn't, you know, a good enough player, he just doesn't have the experience. And, you know, that's nothing that he can do, it's just his age. So when you put 2 young, unexperienced players for a team like Barcelona, who's playing big time games, you know, that's going to be a weak point, sort of say that people, you know, teams are going to look at. They're going to be like, right, so these 2 players, take them on 1v1, let them do a mistake. And I think today they marked an outstanding game. Gerard Martin particularly, because there was more attack on his side than Koubarsi's. Did really well on the 1v1s, did a few good tackles, few good clearances from corner kicks as well. I think they had an outstanding game, especially when it's such an open game, when Jules Koundé and Alejandro Valde were going so high up. They had a lot of responsibility to cover those spaces. And again, the offside trap today was pinpoints. A lot of offsides for Betis. It was close, but it was there. So yeah, that centre-back pairing so far is doing really, really well. And again, it's confidence. I'm going to say it so many times, but it's what we needed. It's what they need, especially with young players, knowing that they can, you know, fill the roles of such big players in those positions, and doing just as effectively.
I wanted to talk about the midfield, because I want to pinpoint Pedri in particular. I can't get enough of this guy. We're a different team with Pedri in it. We really are. We said it about Rafinha, I think, midweek too. and I stand by that as well. But those two for me, Alex. I mean, Pedri and Eric Garcia will throw in there as well, actually, because no one has played more minutes than Eric for Barça this season, and you can see why Flick loves him so much. You can see why he had his contract renewed on yesterday until 2031. The announcement, or the celebration of that, I should say, is on a Thursday, by the way. So those two in midfield, again, making quite the duo. We've had injuries in midfield this season. Fermin, Olmo, De Jong, of course, who came back in today. Bernal, we know, has been recovering from injury. Marc Casador's been in and out. To have Eric step in there, and especially for me alongside Pedri Potter, who is just unbelievable. Like the way he controls the games, the assist today to Rooney was outrageous. Just so cool, so calm in midfield. And I just get the feeling that teams, when they're up against him, think we're not going to get the ball off him, and Barça are going to dictate the game as long as Pedri's on the pitch.
Yeah, no, Pedri is a key player for us. I think I'm quite keen to have a game where we see Pedri and Frenkie de Jong back together, because
I'm looking forward to it.
I think when those two are on, I think those have been some of our best matches of the season, if not the last couple of seasons. The way that they both control the match has been outstanding. But I do have to say, Eric Garcia has been really well in attack. I was expecting Eric Garcia to be a lot more defensive when playing in the midfield, especially covering Gubarsi and Gerard Martin in the middle, but no, he's had a lot of freedom to move higher up the pitch. We've seen him literally at the top of the box, inside the box, even carrying the ball, making passes. He's been outstanding in the midfield, being really, really intelligent with the spaces that he's been creating as well. He's been playing really well with Lamine Yamal and Jules Koundé on that right side. We saw him against Atleti, create a lot of space with Lamine Yamal being quartered in by 2-3 players and being the outlet for Lamine to go out and start the counter-attack into space. The midfield today with Rooney in it, I think, was really, really good. And Lamine Yamal as a number 10, it was brilliant. Again, I think it took him a bit to find his ground in the middle. Again, there's so much stimulus when you play in a number 10 because you always have to look over your shoulder. He's not used to that playing out wide, but I think he grew into the game in the second half particularly really, really well. When Betis opened up the game and created a lot more space, Lamine Yamal was there to thrive in, got the ball to his feet and took on a lot of players. So the midfield today, again, was key. I think the midfield's forever is going to be the key in our game, and it is nice to be able to get the rotations and still be able to play really well. I do have to say Marc Bernal again, coming in, I thought he was really, really impressive. Really good with the ball at his feet, taking advantage of the space. He was taking his heavy touches into the space on purpose, and just running after the ball because he knew he was going to get there. Really good in tight spaces, getting through some players with the ball at his feet, really, really stuck. So yeah, the midfield today, everyone that came in and out of it did really, really well.
Yeah, totally. Super display from Barça. By the way, we are receiving a reaction as we're going to be hearing from some of the protagonists very shortly. If you're still sticking around, don't go anywhere. We've spoken about the defence, the midfield, the attack. Feels like Barça are getting some of their best options back. I'll just read you through the calendar, by the way, until the end of the year. We've got Frankfurt on Tuesday, then Osasuna next Saturday. That's at home. We'll go to Marc with Rooney Bardghji in a moment. Then the Copa del Rey game. Then Villarreal is actually the last game of the year away from home. So a few fixtures to go across all competitions, all vitally important. Right. First reaction after the one we had up from Ferran Torres at full time is from a special someone today, Rooney Bardghji. He's with Marc Brau.
We are very glad to talk with one of the heroes of the night. I talk him right now that maybe it's a dream come true for him, for Rooney Bardghji, scoring for the first time an official goal with Barça shirt. First of all, congrats, Rooney. How does it feel to score the first official goal with Barça?
No, I mean, the feeling right now is undescribable. Like, I cannot describe the feeling. It's amazing to score my first goal in a real competition, and to help the team win. It's an important win against a good side. So I'm happy for tonight.
What can you say about the celebration, kissing the badge? You have prepared this, or it was just natural?
No, I mean, of course, I've seen a lot of players do it, and as everyone knows the love I have for this club, it was just obvious to do it and to show my love for the club, for all the fans and everyone.
Of course, we have to talk about the victory, big win, another comeback, 3 in a row, 6 in a row in LaLiga. So how is the team right now? After the game against Chelsea, Hansi said, okay, I'm focused because I see the team training very well. So how important was to win again and to keep the leadership?
No, like you said, we've been training really good. We know how good we are and the quality we have in the team. And I mean, we are in a really good period. Like the coach said, we're training really good, especially now with some wins in a row, especially the last win against Atletico at home. It was important for the confidence, and we showed it today as well. 5 goals is not easy. So now we are in a good place, and we should just continue like this.
Thank you very much, and congrats.
Thank you.
Rooney Bardghji scoring his first official goal with Barça, and also talking about the good streak that Barça has right now at the end of the year.
How refreshing is it to hear from Rooney Bardghji? Just loves it, doesn't he? And you could see he was speaking there about his dream to play for the club, of course, kissing the badge and all of that. And, well, one of those great days at the office for him that I don't think he'll be forgetting for a very long time.
No, definitely not. It was the moment he's been waiting for the entire season. He's finally had it, and the celebration was there ready to go.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Right, Rooney Bardghji. Now time for the manager, Hansi Flick. Let's hear what he had to say.
As always, after the match, we are with our coach, with Hansi Flick. Hansi, what a win, another comeback, 3 in a row, scoring 5 goals. What a great win the team achieved today.
Of course, compliment and respect for the team. I think the player was a little bit exhausted after at the end of the game, and but totally, first half was perfect, good play, and also how we play football. It's nice to see now.
You said after the game against Chelsea that you are happy with the team, the way that it's training, and for sure we have to trust you forever, because the team did great job against Alaves, against Atletico, and especially against Betis, and it seems that the team is growing up, trying to get the level that you reached last season.
Yes, of course, and also Ferran came in, scored goals, Rooney the same, but also Bernie made a fantastic game when he came in. So it's good on this level against such a team. I'm really happy about this, what I saw.
And the last one about the game, what was the key? Because you received a goal very quickly, but it seems that the team knows exactly what has to be the plan, how to play the first half. So what do you think was the key, not only for the comeback, but just to manage that goal that you received in the first minute?
No, I think also before we received the goal, we control the game, and this is what I want to see from the team. So always control and try also to attack. We made good. We have a good balance between this ball possession, but also play deep and try to score goals. So it was great, and I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Thanks and congrats.
For the club, for the fans, for the players, also for the staff. Really good day.
We're happy too. Thank you very much, Hansi.
Thank you very much.
Very happy our coach Hansi Flick talking about this great win here in La Cartuja.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark Flick. I mean, he looks calm there, doesn't he? He looks calm, pretty pleased. Yeah. It's interesting, Mark asked him, because after Chelsea, Flick was pretty calm too. He said, look, we're training well, we're training well, stay calm. I don't think anyone was calm after that. And,
no.
Well, 3 games after that have been pretty good, in my opinion, and you can see it there in the football of the team. I also like the fact that he calls Bernal Bernie. I like that. That's a nice thing. We'll be calling him Bernie from now on. In fact, we can hear from Bernie. Here is Marc Bernal with Marc Brau.
After a long time, he played a few minutes in the last games, and today also he played some minutes in the second half. We are next to Marc Bernal. Marc, què tal, com estàs? Bona nit.
Bona nit, què tal?
Quin gran partit ha fet l'equip, no? Després d'un partit difícil al camp del Chelsea, el míster va dir: tinc confiança que l'equip farà les coses bé. I quina setmana amb les victòries contra Atletico i contra Betis?
Sí, aquella és la sensació que teníem nosaltres, i al final, després del Chelsea, hem demostrat el que deia el míster, i molt bones victòries aquestes dues per seguir amb la dinàmica de l'equip.
3 remuntades seguides, Marc. Potser alguns ens posàvem nerviosos amb l'1-0 i acaba 1-4. Quina primera part.
Sí, hem començat perdent, però és una que aquest any se'ns dona bé, donar la remuntada, i al final això és el que em quedo a la primera part, i pel resultat de l'equip dels 3 punts.
Una de les coses que veiem, Marc, ara mateix és que esteu tots connectats. Ho deia el míster a la sala de premsa, els que entren des de la banqueta, avui Rooney portava dies sense jugar, Marc un gol, una assistència, tu també des de la segona part, bon nivell. Esteu tots connectats ara mateix.
Sí, això és el que ens fa a nosaltres. Jo crec que això és el que demostra un equip i l'equip que som, i així hem de continuar durant tot l'any per aconseguir els objectius que tenim.
Ja faig l'última pregunta. Ara seguireu com a mínim líders una jornada més. Quin valor li doneu al fet d'haver capgirat aquesta situació després d'estar 5 punts per sota el Madrid a la Lliga? Queden 2 partits difícils, ara toca la Champions, però sembla que, a diferència de l'any passat, que tu vas veure des de fora, però que l'equip va anar perdent molts punts, aquest any arribeu molt bé aquest final d'any.
Sí, al final el que tu dius, pel partit del dimarts venim amb una bona dinàmica i al final des del principi sabíem que si fèiem les coses bé sortirien, compliríem els objectius i acabar primer a la taula, si tot segueix bé al final d'any, pues això és el que ens quedem d'aquest primer trimestre.
Enhorabona, Marc.
Moltes gràcies. Bona nit.
Gràcies, Marc. The words of Marc Bernal, just commenting the game. No, I don't want to injure you. Quasi el lesiono al Marc Bernal, commenting this incredible win here in Sevilla.
Marc, he didn't want to leave Barça Live.
The two Marks next to each other, Marc Bernal, and then he's stepping on Marc Bernal's foot and saying, I don't want to injure you. No, we don't want that. Good to see Bernal back on the pitch, without a doubt though, Alex, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I thought he was really good today. Really good with the ball at his feet, really good into spaces. And no, I think Marc Bernal, he got injured in a really good moment of the season that he was at. And it's nice for him to be back and nice for him to be enjoying in the midfield and for us to be enjoying him in the midfields. I think it's a player that has a lot of potential, a lot of growth, and he's starting at a very high level already. So it's just a matter of him, getting more minutes with the team, getting used to playing with the players around him. But so far, so good. I'm a big fan of Marc Bernal.
Yeah, 100%. Right, we're going to start to wrap things up here, and it's time for MVP. You guys all voted in the members' live chat who you thought was your MVP. Ferran won by quite a lot. Really didn't have a lot of votes. Marc Bernal, we're going to go to you first to say goodbye, of course, and for you to return to Barcelona. And, of course, also for your MVP, Marc.
Well, guys, what an evening we have lived here in La Cartuja. Quite similar for what happened just a few months ago in the final of the Copa del Rey. It's not the same because that was a big win against Real Madrid and it was a trophy, but today was a great comeback, another win. 3-5, scoring 5 goals again with the first half with a hat-trick of Ferran, so it was a perfect evening here in Sevilla. 6 wins in a row for FC Barcelona. So let's go with my votes for the player of the match. I said just while the game was played that for me, Ferran, of course, has to be the MVP, the player of the match. 3 points for him, scoring a hat-trick, becoming the top scorer in La Liga, also the top scorer for the season for FC Barcelona. So he always are working on this and is working on this, and he's right now in a high level. 2 points for Rooney Bardghji, of course, scoring the first official goal for him. Also assist Ferran Torres in the second goal. Well played for Rooney Bardghji, long time without playing, and he showed a very big level here. And finally, I want to give 1 point for Lamine Yamal, not only for check the penalty perfect in the second half, but the way he plays in the 10th position, just an attacking midfielder for the first time in his career. I don't remember another time he played there, and the way he controlled the ball, the way he plays was absolutely amazing. So these are my votes for the player of the match. Remember that we will come back to Barcelona this night, and next step, UEFA Champions League game. It's important because we didn't win the last 2 games against Bruges and against Chelsea. So next Tuesday in Spotify Camp Nou, Barça Eintracht Champions League is coming back to Spotify Camp Nou.
Mark, thank you very much. There are your votes. Alex, quickly, because Flick is in the press room. Let's hear from
are you satisfied with the result?
MVP. We're just hearing the press conference in our ears. Alex, your votes for MVP. There they are on the screen. Let's get your name on there and go ahead.
It was Ferran Torres with the hat-trick. I think he's been an outstanding, did exactly what he needed to do today. Very key player. Rooney, I don't think I need to say anymore because I think I've praised him enough so far this stream. He's had an outstanding game, very confident. And to get your first goal, I think the assist was important as well. So one of the key players, Ferran and Rooney could easily be interchanged there for first and second place. And Pedri, I thought was key with controlling the rhythm a lot of the time, telling players what to do, praising the players when they did well, telling them what to do when they weren't doing well. Again, just the magician and the composer in the midfield, and with the assist to Rooney Bardghji as well.
Alex, I'm completely agreeing with you. No change for me. Ferran 3, Rooney 2, Pedri 1. But again, whole team display was brilliant tonight. It really was. And it's a Barça side who are top of La Liga. That's what we're going to bring today's edition of Barça Live. So then we'll leave you with Hansi Flick's press conference. You can hear the words from our coach again to the press just after this game. Alex, pleasure as always. See you again on Tuesday night.
Hopefully my good luck charm.
It's going well so far.
It's going well so far, so good. So let's see on Tuesday if I can continue this streak.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see you then, guys. Previews on Monday for that show too, by the way. Don't miss anything on FC Barcelona's YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, and goodbye, culers. Bona nit.
Bona nit, Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Li preguntarem a Flick per si, tot i el gran partit del Barça, a marxa content amb el resultat o creu que l'equip ha aconseguit massa en els últims minuts. Even though Barça played a really great game, are you satisfied with the result, or do you think the team conceded too much the last minutes? Thank you.
No, it's like I'm really happy, and I respect and compliment for the team. They fight. We were one goal behind, and we came back, and how we played in the first half was really very good. So and at the end the players were exhausted. So it's like that, and also in defense, you know, I always can find another player who wants to go out. I'm really happy that they fight 90 minutes and give everything for this team, for this club, for the fans. I'm really appreciative this a lot.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon en directe a RAC1. Li preguntarem a Flick per Ronnie, la seva irrupció a l'11. It was a surprise today to see Ronnie starting and seeing also Lamine Yamal more centered as an attacking midfielder. How did you make the decision, and what did you think about their performance, especially Ronnie's?
It's always like this, and we try to find them. No. It's an option. So for us also with Lamine, and today I think was an important match for us. And also I spoke with him. We decided with the coaches, and then I asked him if he likes to play 10, and he said, yeah, we tried, and I'm happy because also Rooney made a fantastic game. Now gives us also maybe 1-2 options more. So we have on this position, it's good to have it.
Sí, buenas noches. Le quería preguntar un poco por los últimos minutos del partido. The first half is a great match for Barcelona, played very good, but the last moments, the team down and go to his portery. What's the problem in the last minute?
Come on. If you want to think or see the negative thing, you can do it. Okay, I'm not today because I'm really proud about my team. They fight 90 minutes, and of course it's also a fantastic team from Betis. They have quality, they have really good players, and we are fighting, and they were exhausted. So at the end, not everyone was by 100%, and this is normal, okay? But I'm happy how they manage everything on the pitch, and yeah, this is the way. And today it's positive for me, really positive, and compliment for my players.
Hola, Hansi, Elena Condis de la cadena COPE. You want to see the positive side, so I would ask you about Ferran Torres. He's the top scorer of the team. Do you think that the clue is the confidence that he has in himself?
This is the important thing for a striker, that he has the confidence of himself. So this is very important for him. Also, like I said on Friday, press conference. This is you know, his way how he can show. Okay, I'm good. I'm good for the starting 11, and I'm appreciate this also. Yeah, he was there when it counts, and this is really good. And also what I know is that this stadium is Ferran Torres Stadium.
Yes, because 2 seasons ago he scored 3 goals as well.
Yeah, and I think also against in the national team when they play here.
Yeah.
Últimes 2 preguntes, last 2 questions.
Excuse me. Hola, Hansi. Raúl Fuentes de Radio Marca en directo. It's been 3 wins in a row since Stamford Bridge game. Do you think that game was a turning point for you and the players?
Well, it's difficult to say because I am, you know, I'm always looking what the players give me in the training, and when I have a good feeling, when I see the quality in the training, then I have the confidence in the team, confidence also what we are doing, and this is also always a process. So it's like that. I always say, okay, in the training it's not possible that you only train 60, 70, 80%. If you only train like this in the game, you play on the same level, okay? So for me, it's important that we have the quality, that we have the intensity in the training. And what I see in the last couple of weeks was really good. So I believed in this team, and I believed in what I saw. And this is now, I'm happy really that we are on this way. So step by step, on a better performance. But again, today, now we can celebrate. But on Tuesday is the next big match, and at home against Frankfurt. And we also have to win it. We also have to play on this level.
Sí, Hansi, Paul Ballús per The Athletic. I wanted to ask you again about Lamine Yamal playing as a number 10. What's the best thing that he really adds to your team playing as a number 10, like the special qualities that he had? Because I think that in the first half, he didn't lose one single ball. So basically, how do you rate his skills to play in this sort of position?
Good. So everything what I saw, I appreciate a lot. So also the connection with Rooney was also good. For me, the important thing was also, I saw 1, 3, 4 actions in the defense when he get the ball back, and this was amazing. So this is what I want to see from him. And how I said, he grows, he improves a lot, and he's really, at the moment, he's a fantastic professional player.
Fins aquí la roda de premsa. Gràcies, bon viatge, retornada.